graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled it out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody. How you all doing? What's up, everybody? This is Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. I hope you're all having yourselves a very fantastic night. We got some magic in the air tonight, pun intended, because the Sixers are playing the Orlando Magic in Florida. So, the Sixers are 2-9, and they're taking on a 7-6 Magic team. Before I talk about that, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and also, what else am I forgetting? Notification bell icon. Yeah, hit that notification bell icon. Turn on personalized notifications on your phones. How do you do that, JJ? You go to the bell icon on your phone, right where you see the subscribe button, right? You press that little pull down arrow. There's a little pull down arrow. You don't pull it down because you can't do that on your phone. But you press that little pull down arrow and then you say personalized notifications. That's what I want to turn on because JJ is very personable and he likes to get to know people. And so I keep coming back just because JJ's a cool guy. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but that's probably what y'all think. A lot of y'all, at least. I know that not everybody likes me. But for those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, yeah, that's what I do. I do Phillies baseball, I do Sixers basketball play-by-plays, and I also do Eagles football play-by-plays as well. All right, let's get down to business. Let's talk about business. Okay. So yeah, Joel Embiid and Paul George are back in the lineup tonight, and the other big story is that Jared McCain is in the house, and he is starting tonight for Nick Nurse and the Philadelphia 76ers. That's awesome. All right. Do not do not take this personally. I completely forgot that I have to put my emojis back, my Sixers emojis back. So that is what I'm doing right now. So if I'm not looking at you, if I'm not looking at the camera, it's not because I'm distracting myself for no reason. It's because this is something that I have to do, and I'm going to talk as I do this, okay? So the Sixers have a big game tonight, okay? There's no more moral victories. That is done. That's done, okay? No more, at least McCain balled out tonight, and that was really cool to see. Or they put up a lot of fights. Okay, now we're in the mode where Embiid and George are playing, and Paul George is off his minutes restriction. Joel Embiid's going to get more playing time, but yes, there's no such thing as moral victories anymore. Watch there be one tonight. But yeah, so I'm curious to see how everybody gels together. I really am a big fan of putting Jared McCain in the starting lineup. I've said it for a couple of games now, and finally Nick Nurse listens and he adjusts. Okay, so that's great. My keys for tonight. My biggest key for tonight is for the Sixers to limit the amount of turnovers. You expect that there's going to be some hiccups at times, but I'm really hoping that there's not too many and that we can just have a very clean game of basketball, a very stress-free game. I really want them to just blow out the Magic. There's no Paolo Banchero, and this Magic team has really not been doing so good ever since he's gotten hurt. He's going to be out for at least, I think, another 4 weeks. When he was originally ruled out, it was supposed to be 4 to 6 weeks. So, but yeah, I just want a stress-free game tonight. I want to be able to kick my feet up, not physically, but you know what I'm saying. And I want to be able to just have a nice, relaxing fourth quarter. Okay, that's really, really what I want. What else am I missing? What else am I missing on here? Okay, I got these emojis in order. Got most of them. Let's get Franklin the dog back. There we go. PG-13. PG-13. Okay, that's better. And then we got Franklin the dog. What else? All right, what are your final score predictions? Make sure that you comment those down below. I also did ask a poll question, and the question that I asked today is who is going to be the player of the game if the Sixers win? Or sorry, for the Sixers, I said. Is it going to be Jared McCain? Is it going to be Paul George? Is it going to be Joel Embiid? Or is it going to be somebody else? Please let me know what you think about that down below. I would really appreciate that. So starting lineup, so it's going to be Kyle Lowry, Jared McCain, and then you have Paul George, Joel Embiid as well, and Guerschon, Yabusele, and coming off the Kelly Oubre is going to be coming off the bench today, which I think is really interesting for sure. Lowry, you expected that he was going to start today. I'm not really a big fan of Kyle Lowry starting anymore, but hopefully when Tyrese Maxey comes back, that's not going to be a thing. As much as I love Kyle Lowry, I really do. Like, it sounds like I'm hating Kyle Lowry. I do. I really, really like Kyle Lowry. It's just that right now he's old, and he really shouldn't be getting as much playing time as he is. And he doesn't really deserve to be in the starting rotation, in my opinion. And I'm just being brutally honest. That's just how it goes, man. What else? What else is new? There's a couple of things I'll talk about as the game goes on. There's some interesting news that I found out today, just around sports that I think that we can easily talk about, as I have something in my ear. But yeah. All right. So that's better. Why does it say special characters aren't allowed? Okay, I think we did that. All right, and then last but not least, one more emoji, and then we should be good to go. I forgot to change my emotes today because we had an Eagles game last night, and I did not do that. And shame on me because that's why I'm looking at my phone. And we just published it. It's all good to go. So we got our emotes back and running, baby. That's what we got. And I will now start to acknowledge the chat. Hey, JJ, I'm older than Lowry, says the dude. The dude says 118 to 107 for the good guys, a 50-piece for Jared McCain. Oh, I love the sound of that. I do. I love the sound of that. Sounds really, really good. 112 for the Sixers and 104 for the Magic. And sorry, by the way, Guerschon Yabusele is not in the lineup tonight. It's Caleb Martin instead. So it's Kyle Lowry, Jared McCain, Caleb Martin, Paul George, and Joel Embiid for the Philadelphia 76ers. Who's on the other side, JJ? Well, it's Jalen Suggs, it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, or as they call him, KCP. Then it's Tristan Da Silva, Franz Wagner, and Goga Batadze. Okay. And that's our lineup for tonight. All right, here we go. We're going to the live stream page. We are up and running, and we should be very good to go. Sixers are in their white and blue uniforms. There's Paul George with his beard and bushy hair. Looks really, really good. All ready to go. And Kyle Lowry with his little goatee. And then there's Goga Batadze. All right. 109 to 95 Sixers is Jane's final score. By the way, members, comment those emotes down below as Jared McCain gets the tip-off. It was between Embiid and Batadze, and McCain ends up getting it for Philadelphia, and we are underway. George to Embiid, not once but twice, but they're actually going to call a foul on the floor. They're going to say that it was a foul called in the act of shooting, and Joel's going to go to the line already to shoot 2 free throws. It is the NBA Cup. Sixers lost the first game of the NBA Cup. That was on Tuesday. Remember, they play in this in-season tournament on Tuesdays and Fridays for 4 weeks, I believe. First foul shot by Joel. He knocks that one down, and it's 1-0. All right. So hopefully Google will refresh. Oh, wait, I have to refresh it. I forgot. Second foul shot by Joel Embiid. That's up.
Excellent.
And in. All right, 2-0 Philadelphia. And the Magic have it over on the other side. De Silva gets it over towards the near side. And he'll put up a jump shot. He puts it up. Can't get that one to go. And Jalen Suggs could not hit the jumper. It was a 19-footer. Here's Paul George with a step back. It's blocked by Franz Wagner, and it goes out of bounds. It's last touch, though, by Wagner, and the Sixers will inbound it. So they lead it 2-0, thanks to 2 foul shots hit by Joel Hans Embiid. 11:18 left to go in the first quarter. George will inbound it to Joel. Fake the handoff to George and hands it off to McCain. What's Jared going to do? He's over on the far side. He'll lob it to Joel, who's now down low on the block. He turns around, hits a fadeaway jumper over from the far corner. Embiid with all 4 points so far in this ball game. 10:55 left remaining in the first quarter. Here's a three-pointer by Wagner. Swish goes the basketball from the top of the key. And Orlando down by 1. Franz Wagner, the Wagner brothers. There's Moritz Wagner, who's on the bench of the Orlando Magic. And then there's Franz Wagner. Franz is 23 years old from Michigan. That's where he went to college and was an 8th overall pick back in 2021. Embiid over on the far side at the three-point line. Thought about taking the three. He has to take a fadeaway jumper this time, and it's with the shot clock winding down. It was definitely no good. De Silva gets the rebound. Good defense by the Magic. Sixers intercept the bad pass from KCP. It's Paul George on the pick. Embiid with the little pick-and-roll action. A fadeaway from George for 3. He was fading away. He thought he had it, and it was just too strong. Wagner with the board. 4-3 Sixers, and we've played only 2 minutes so far. Embiid blocks it over on the other side on Franz Wagner's 5-foot layup. And Paul George able to get the rebound. He tries to go from coast to coast. The shot's up. Whistles remain silent. It's no good. And the Magic operating on the other side. KCP one more outside to Wagner for 3. And Wagner's three-pointer's way off the mark. It goes out of bounds off of Batadze. And the Sixers will have the basketball with 9:34 left to go in the first quarter. How about Joel Embiid making his first 2 free throws, and then he had a fadeaway jumper from the near corner, and then he was able to get a block on Wagner. Sixers get the inbound pass to Paul George. George goes up with a layup, in and out it goes. It was actually a turnover from Batadze. I thought that the Sixers were going to get the ball back, but they said that it was last touch by Philadelphia, and that's why Orlando had the ball. McCain deflects it. It goes out of bounds. That was a good job by Jared McCain to get a read on Franz Wagner. Batadze had it, and he threw it to Wagner, and McCain just tipped it out of bounds over towards the baseline. This is the first meeting between the Sixers and the Magic this year. They then play back at home at the Wells Fargo Center on December 4th and December 6th. Here's a catch-and-shoot shot by Suggs for a tray. Off the mark. George gets boxed out by Batadze, and it goes into Wagner's hands. Wagner's three-pointer, too short. Suggs, rebound, lays it up, and lays it in over Jared McCain. And a 5-0 run for the Orlando Magic. And less than 9 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. Martin's in trouble. Bouncer to Joel Embiid. He gets double-teamed. He tries to fade. He gives it up to Lowry, but instead it goes into the hands of Jalen Suggs, who intercepts the pass. Three-point shot for the Magic. No good. Suggs offensive rebound, fadeaway jumper, and it's good. And already a 7-0 run by Orlando. They are just out-hustling the Sixers on the boards. Lowry trying to control the tempo for the Sixers, is dribbling it with the right hand. And Martin was going to set a pick for him, but he did not. Embiid now has the ball, loses it for a second, and now he's over at the logo, hands it back off to Lowry. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Lowry down the lane, left-handed layup. It's up and good. Kyle Lowry able to make a left-handed layup, and that's just what the 39-year-old veteran does. The ball goes out of bounds. It was a bad pass by KCP, but they're going to actually say that it was tipped off the hands of Kyle Lowry and that he touched it last. Again, what are your final score predictions down below? Make sure that you let me know, man. Make sure that you let me know. I really can't stand Suggs, says the dude. I now refresh, says the dude. Good. All right. 7-6, Orlando. Rudder goes up by Wagner, and he's fouled. As Embiid got the rebound, refs just said, hold up. Yeah, we're going to call a foul on Paul George. That's just what they did. Referees for tonight's game, we'll get you that in just a few moments. Sixers do have 6 points, 4 of them from Joel Embiid, the other 2 from Kyle Lowry. Nick Boucher is the crew chief for tonight's game. Then there's JB DeRosa, who's the referee, and Finizzi Ransom is the umpire. First foul shot goes up, and it's good by Orlando. Kai Carlin just tweeted out that Tyrese Maxey, quote-unquote, immediately hopped off the bench as the second foul shot's good and called for Jared McCain to come over to him. He was pointing something out on the offensive on the offensive end that he saw. Always good to see Maxey continue to use his voice like this. Embiid gets it over at the nail, and he takes a couple of jab steps. 2 defenders come on him, tries to get to the cup, lays it up, and lays it in. He was able to buy a couple of defenders on a pump fake, and he still was able to scoop it up and in, and the Sixers are down by 1. 6 points for Embiid, 8 points for the Sixers. Suggs, layup, good. He made it look so easy, too. He was like, I don't know if I'm going to go overhand or underhand, but I'm just going to lay it in somehow, some way. George thought about isoing. Instead, rolls it over to Embiid. The triple team comes. Shot goes up, and he's fouled by Wagner. Man, they literally just blitzed Joel Embiid. It's so funny because even in the first game that Joel Embiid came back, the Knicks were still deciding to blitz him, and you could just see how much open the floor was for even other guys to just shoot. And that's just the type of problem that he does cause. Stripping with a lot of sweat so far, Joel Embiid. First foul shot by Joel is up and in. Obviously, a lot of accolades and a lot of great things from Joel Embiid throughout his whole entire career. We could probably spend all day talking about that. 11-9, Orlando leads it by 2. McCain is going to go on over to the bench, and he'll be subbed out as Kelly Oubre steps in. 11-9, Orlando leads it by 2. Second foul shot by Joel Embiid. Foul line right, it's good. Nice job.
Excellent.
All right. 11-10, 7:05 left to go in the first quarter. Wagner has it over at the logo, and KCP was open, but Wagner decides to take it to the cup himself, and he lays it up and in. Man, oh man. Franz Wagner just having himself a really good day so far. 5 points, 2 rebounds for the 23-year-old who's averaging 21.5 points per game this season. George, Embiid, Lowry, Martin, Caleb Martin that is, and Kelly Oubre Jr. out there for the Sixers. George wants to dance. He goes all the way towards the cup, hands it off to Kelly Oubre Jr. Look out below for K9. He was able to dunk it on in. Oubre tries to steal it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Jalen Suggs got a nice little pass from the backside of the court all the way towards the front court, and Oubre stuck his hand into the cookie jar, and it just went out of bounds. All right, so we have a timeout called with about 6 minutes and 13 seconds left to go, or 6:25 left to go, I should say. Sixers down by 1, 13-12. Orlando called the timeout. Yes. You said it's fast-paced, but you never knew it was this fast. Yeah, basketball on the radio is fast. Yeah. If you listen, because guess what? There's a lot of stuff going on, and you have to, on radio, how it goes is you're the eyes and the ears, right? You're basically guiding somebody who's blind, essentially, and you're trying to give them a clear picture of what is going on at all times. That's for any sport. That's for football. That's for baseball. That's for, like, basketball. That's for hockey, too. And basketball, I think, is the most interesting because basketball, when you listen to a basketball game on TV, it sounds so different than it does on radio. Baseball, it's a little bit similar, right? The pace is not really so fast. It's and radio, I think you have more storytelling than you do maybe on TV, but the nuts and the bolts are the same. Football, it's a little bit different. Football, you don't always have to call the formations, and you can, like, you know, the nature of the sport speaks for itself. And then hockey, any way you look at it, it's fast. Hockey is fast on TV, and it's fast on the radio. It's really, really fast. They're flying down the ice. But basketball on TV, you could just say, Cole Anthony, three-pointer, swish. On the radio, you probably say, Cole Anthony over towards the right side, puts up a tray, it's good. You know, like, you have to be more descriptive. That just comes with experience. And and basketball on the radio is sort of like hockey on TV. You got to call it pretty fast. So, I hope that makes sense. This is just my geekiness that comes out of me. I always like to talk about this because this is what I love to do. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, folks. Showing the JJ calling an NBA game is a train without a stop. That's a very good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. I'm trying to bring that a little bit more to football, but again, it takes practice. That's why even for baseball, I think that it's actually, some people are like, well, I don't really like energy in baseball, but I think that now it's sort of more acceptable because the game is quicker and there's more so less fat on the bones, if you will. Like, you had a lot of dead time with no pitch clock. So I think that energy in baseball is good too. Wagner gets the inbound pass, hands it off to KCP, who catches, lets it fly, can't get it to go, but a rebound and a tip back by Batadze, and that puts Orlando up by 3, 15-12. All right, here we go. 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Sixers have the ball. Paul George. Guerschon, yabusele goes downhill with the left hand. No good. Kelly Oubre tried to get the rebound, but it was poked by Wagner, who advances in the front court. Bounce pass to KCP. Reverse layup. No good. Caleb Martin, board. Martin with a handoff to Paul George. One more to Oubre at the top of the key for 3. Yes! Oh, yes, baby! And we're tied at 15 apiece with 5.5 minutes left to go. Kelly Oubre Jr. knocked down a 3 from the top of the key. Batadze gets it over on the other side. Wagner steps back. He's in between the circles, which is in between the logo and the top of the perimeter. Wagner over towards the far elbow. He's looking for help. He passes it. There's a step back elbow jumper. That's good for Orlando, and that puts them up by 2. So Batadze able to get an assist. It's 17-15. And George will get it for Philadelphia. Paul George tonight. No points for him. 2 assists and 2 rebounds. That was Tristan Da Silva that ended up making a step-back shot off of the assist by Wagner. We have we have a stoppage in play on the floor as Jonathan Isaac will come on in. And so will Jeff Doughton Jr. All right. So far, so good. Good. Very good. I can't guess a score until the third quarter. 17-15, Philadelphia down by 2. Yabusele gets it over at the top of the key. He'll hand it off to PG. PG steps back. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. He has to get going. Pump fake, 3-point shot. Rimmed out. No good. And Wagner climbs the ladder and hauls in the rebound. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left remaining in the opening quarter. Anthony Black tries to go down the lane and gets the ball knocked loose by Caleb Martin and stolen by Jeff Doughton Jr. for the Sixers. George over towards his left side. He'll drive it in towards the baseline. Kick out to Oubre. Another three-pointer. No good. It was over on the far corner and just was like, oh, I'm going to let it fire. And it was no good. 17-15, Philadelphia down by 2. Tyrese Maxey is out for 2 to 3 weeks, Shane. Wagner down the lane. KCP, layup. He puts it up and flashes the leather as well. Able to put it up and in. Don't know why I said that. I meant to say that he made a very flashy play. 4 minutes left to go. 19-15. Jeff Doughton Jr. takes it all the way towards the foul line. Dribbles with the left hand and now crosses over. And he lost his dribble. He has to pass it. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. He finds Yabusele over on the near corner at the three-point line. Yabusele tries to take it to the baseline. No look pass to Caleb Martin for a tray. That's off the mark. The shot clock was winding down, and Jonathan Isaac got the rebound. All right. 19-15, Philadelphia down by 4 with 3.5 minutes left to go. There's a three-point shot that's up and in by Franz Wagner. And just like that, the Magic go on a run, and they're up by 7. A timeout called by Nick Nurse with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go as George advances it into the Sixers front court. And the Sixers will burn their first timeout of the evening. 22-15, Orlando up by 7. And the Sixers are going to try to respond. The 2-9 Sixers, that is. All right. Well, yeah. You like how I just incorporated I was just in the rhythm, and then I saw Jane comment, and I was just like, just improvised on the fly. I was like, yeah, Jane, he's out for 2 to 3 weeks, and then I got back to the play-by-play. I was trying to handle a lot of things at once. I have to give a shout out. I forget who this was, but somebody in high school said to me, and I kind of took it as a compliment. I don't know why. I just did. He said, Jason, if you actually were the only, if you did stand-up comedy and you were the only person at your comedy show, right, you'd probably laugh at your own jokes. And I said, you know what? You're right. Because I do amuse myself. I do. And I laugh with myself all the time, which is really true. I didn't really take that as a bad thing, I thought that was a compliment, especially coming from him. I forget who it was, though, that said it, but that sort of stood out to me. And I bring that up because now that I'm doing these things on YouTube, even if I was doing this on the radio, I probably would have this sort of, same sense of humor. You know what I mean? Where I'm just having a conversation with myself, and it's I'm bickering back and forth, and I'm talking about, no, he went over with the left hand. No, it was the right hand. JJ, come on. What are you doing? You know what I mean? So I probably would laugh at that. Thought it was really funny. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell icons too, and that way you'll know when we go live for Sixers, Eagles, and Phillies action. That's what we do on here. All right, so the Sixers are down by 7. What did I miss, JJ? Franz Wagner has 10 points so far. He's leading the way for the Orlando Magic, 10, 5, and 2. That's 5 rebounds and 2 assists. He's also 2 for 3 from downtown as well. The Sixers, Joel Embiid has led the team in scoring. He has 6 points in the game so far. Oubre has 5. But everybody else that's out there now for the Sixers doesn't have a point in this game. Caleb Martin is going to sub out, and Eric Gordon is going to come on in. Oh, man. Why? Why are we going to Eric Gordon now? So it'll be PG, Guerschon, Gordon, Oubre, and Doughton. Interesting lineup for the Sixers. 3:15 left to go in the first quarter. This is Game 2 of the NBA Cup, the in-season tournament. All right. Here's Doughton Jr. on a handoff to Eric Gordon as the Sixers go from right to left. George gets it over on the far elbow, zigzags it all the way to Eric Gordon, who goes down the lane, puts up a runner. It's way too short. And Eric Gordon not able to get that one to go. He airballed a runner there. Wagner gets it over on the far side, zips it all the way to his brother Moritz Wagner. And from Franz Wagner to Moritz Wagner, they're able to capitalize, the Wagner brothers, and now it's a 9-0 run for the Orlando Magic. George wants to cross on over. Wagner's guarding him. That's Franz Wagner. George, what's he going to do? 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He still tries to ISO. He tries to pass it. The ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Jonathan Isaac, who blocked the pass and did not give him a passing lane, and the Sixers will get the ball back with about 6 seconds left on the shot clock, I believe. Man, oh man. 5 seconds are left on the shot clock, and another whistle called, and that's going to go against Moritz Wagner, right? It's going to be against the Orlando Magic. It was Gary Harris. He gets called for an away from the play foul. He just got subbed back in, Gary Harris. Harris, now 30 years old. He's been in the league since 2014. And the foul shot by George, as he goes to the line, is no good. So it's like that wouldn't have mattered anyway. And Joel Embiid will sub back in. And Paul George still in there for the Sixers. It's Embiid, Yabusele, Gordon, and Oubre, and Doughton, as George actually will take a seat. Yabusele to Gordon. Down low is Embiid. Embiid being double-teamed. He's trying to pass it to somebody. 5 seconds are left on the shot clock, and he'll just take it all the way himself. Isaac plays good defense, and Embiid somehow, someway banks it in. He tried to do a little skyhook there, and Jonathan Isaac was literally in his grill house and didn't give him any sort of breathing room whatsoever, and yet Joel Embiid being Hercules out there. Franz Wagner goes down the lane, parts the Red Sea, Eurostep, it's good. But we have a foul called on the floor right before that parting of the Red Sea, if you will. He had a wide open lane. But going back to Joel Embiid's little, I don't know if you called that a hook shot or what that was, but that was really impressive, man. Love your humor, JJ. Thanks, Serena. I appreciate it, man. All right. Man. All right, DF is here. What's up, DF? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wide open three-pointer for Wagner. No good. That was Franz Wagner. Yabusele, rebound. Jeff Doughton Jr. gets the outlet pass. Sixers go from right to left. They're down by 7. Doughton over at the elbow. Kicks it back outside to Embiid. Embiid takes a jab step. He's at the top of the key. He lost the ball. He tries to dive for it. He saves it. Eric Gordon, though, loses it off the bad pass by Embiid. And here come the Orlando Magic in the front court. Franz Wagner on the far elbow. Embiid looks to help him as Jeff Doughton Jr. was on him. And Isaac gets the ball back from Jalen Suggs. 3-pointers way too strong. Doughton with a long rebound over towards the logo. And he hands it off to Eric Gordon, who goes downhill, hits a little underhanded scoop, and kissed it off the window, and the Sixers within 5. 1:05 left to go in quarter number 1. Franz Wagner gets pushed by Kelly Oubre Jr., and he's fouled with about 58.4 seconds left to go. So DF said, JJ, your ability to explain the differences between play-by-play for different sports is why we come back. I learn something new each time I show up, says DF. Good, man. You know, I've been thinking about making like a channel out there for people that want to do play-by-play, because I think that it's like so cool. And there's not a lot of people that do that on YouTube. I've seen a couple, but you know, it's always cool to like learn from that, and I want to sort of be a mentor for people as I do this. Speaking of mentor, well, Joel Embiid has been a mentor for the Sixers for a while, and Embiid has the ball over on the offensive side. He finds McCain. McCain's three-pointer, no good. 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Anthony Black gets it over towards the far side, puts up a three, off the dribble, no. Gordon deflects it. Yabusele, rebound. McCain, front court pass. Back to Yabusele, who goes downhill and sledges it home for 2. How about that beautiful assist by Jared McCain being a quarterback and finding his wide receiver, Guerschon Yabusele. 18.6 seconds to go as Anthony Black gets it into the front court, but we have a whistle called and a stoppage in play. Good job by McCain to just feed the beast. Feed Yabu. And Yabu able to just throw it down with 2 hands. Boy, that was disgusting in a good way. Sixers down by 3. They have to play defense. Shot clock on blood. 15 seconds left to go as Black is being guarded by McCain. 2 rookies going at it. Black at the top of the key. Gets the ball stripped and poked by Embiid, but Suggs has it over on the far corner. Good defense by Joel Embiid, who gets the ball blocked. Jonathan Isaac tried to scoop it up and in for the rebound. No good. Sixers get the board, and that's going to do it. So they end the first quarter. They're down by 3 points. 24-21 is the score. Orlando has the lead, and we go into quarter number 2 between the Sixers and the Magic. All right. JJ, is it bad? I genuinely think that we should tank for Flag. What are your thoughts on it? You think it's possible for us to turn this thing around? I absolutely do, KGB. I do. I do think that it's possible. It's hard to predict injuries. It is. The chances are that this team's going to be banged up. I don't like the chances because they do look a little bit strong. But you know what? Like, I don't want to have to watch, like, uncompetitive basketball. I'm watching my hockey team right now is trying to be great. I understand, but the product stinks. Okay? I don't want to watch a bad product out there. If it equals a championship, is it worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. I do want a championship, but I want to watch a good product out there. Does that make sense? I'm being very, very selfish, by the way. So I don't want them to tank. I think that they have a really nice team as is. I do feel like that they are going to get healthy. I don't know how Embiid's injury or how Embiid is going to be and if he's going to get banged up. But until he does get banged up, then we should think about it. You know, like I don't want us to think about it now because Embiid is playing out there. But even if he wasn't playing, I don't even know if I'd want that. But that's a conversation for another day. Would I take Cooper Flag? For sure, but to watch a bad product out there, I don't know if that's worth it when we have a contender of a team. I still think we have a contender team. Does that sound like I just double jinxed myself or I played both sides? I hope it didn't do that. JJ, your basketball commentary is really good. It's up there with your baseball calls, just KGB. Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. I do. I really appreciate that. Your call speed is fantastic. Don't forget to breathe, mate. I'm good, man. I'm all good. Too much talent to tank, says J-Rep. Yeah, I agree. I want to watch a good product when we have a good product out there. Do we have a chance of a championship with the 3 Philadelphia teams playing right now? Well, we do have a chance. Do we have a likely chance? With 2 out of the 3, maybe. I can't say definitively yes. I can't. I actually, I like the Sixers' chances better than I do with the Eagles. If the Sixers were fully healthy. That's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that's how I feel, man. 24-21, Orlando leads it by 3, and we play quarter number 2 in just a couple of minutes. Embiid in the first quarter in 8 minutes, 10 points, and 1 rebound in the game, and also a block as well, and 1 assist. Black will inbound it. He gives it up to Suggs. He goes up with a floater, Jalen Suggs, and an offensive rebound by Franz Wagner. Suggs gets it over at the top of the far wing. Anthony Black gets it over towards the logo and throws it away as Eric Gordon comes away with the steal. Yabusele down the lane. Right-handed layup. Good. Guerschon Yabusele being a spark plug off the bench as he gets his 3rd and 4th points of the ball game. Sixers now down by 1. All right. Sixers trail 24-23. Shot goes up. No good by Jonathan Isaac on the nice pass, too, by Anthony Black. And Isaac's three-pointer went in and out. Sixers have the rebound. Jared McCain with a nice pass from one wing to another. gets the ball back as the Sixers play hot potato. Oubre gets it back over to McCain. McCain finds Embiid. And Embiid is over at the elbow at the top of the three-point line. Shot goes up, and actually a foul is called. And it'll probably be on Jalen Suggs, I assume, with 10:52 left to go. All right. I'm looking at my phone. The Flyers are going to have a morning skate tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Should I go? I think I should go. And then, of course, come back home. All right, here's McCain, who drives it into the lane. Right-handed layup. Good! Sixers have the lead. Suggs to Wagner. Wagner with a behind-the-back dribble move. Goes downhill, lays it up and lays it in. And he should have been called for a travel, but nonetheless, man, I didn't know Wagner had that in him. That's crazy that a guy that tall can just, have these behind-the-back dribble moves that sort of look a little bit like James Harden-esque. Not as quick, but just flashy, if you will. McCain down the lane, over at the foul line. Bounce pass to Embiid, who's over at the nail. On the left side of the nail. He's blitzed. He has a lot of trouble. He gets the ball deflected, gets it back, takes about 3 jab steps, puts up an elbow jumper. Bang! Sixers up by 3. He got double-teamed, and yet he was just able to swish it over from the near elbow. That was actually from the foul line extended, the right side. Black over at the top of the key. Wants to dance over Kelly Oubre and now backs up over towards the logo. Oubre playing really good, solid defense on Anthony Black, who steps back, and Yabusele says, I've had enough. As he gets the block, Oubre saves it from going out of bounds. Oubre to Yabusele. McCain set free. And a right-handed sledgehammer dunk by McCain. Jared McCain with his first dunk in his Sixers career. And a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. 29-24. And that was all started because of Guerschon Yabusele's defense. How about Jared McCain getting his first dunk and just able to sledge it in, showing how athletic he is and the mad hops that he does have. 29-24, timeout called by Orlando. All right, sip of water time. This is why people ask me, why don't you do Flyers and Sixers like all the time? This is why. This is why. Because it takes a lot vocally to do it. Especially when there's a lot of back and forth. But obviously I love doing Villanova. And when I'm off of Villanova, which will be for the next couple of weeks, I will try to incorporate some Flyers games, So that'd be cool. What else do we have going on? What's chat talking about, man? What's chat talking about so far? We ain't eating shoes tonight, says J-Rep. I don't know what that means. But yeah, let's not eat shoes tonight. Oh yeah. I get it now because Larry has to eat a shoe. I hope that we have to eat a shoe because when Larry eats a shoe, we win. So that's great. You got me that time. I'm like, what the heck did the Sixers winning it all? No equals all day. All right. What else? What else is up? What else is up, chat? Comment down below. Something I saw that was a little bit interesting today, and I want to get your thoughts about this. So I was scrolling through social media, right? And the Pittsburgh Pirates, okay, they posted this thing on X. Okay, I want to pull up the picture. Probably should have had it pulled up before I even brought it up. That's my bad. But anyhow, as I try to find it, they were talking about trying to get a rookie card. Hold up one sec. I want to make sure I have this correct. I'm sure that y'all saw it on social media for those of you that are active on there. But I want to make sure that I get all the facts correct before I even say anything. let's go to this. Okay, so the Pittsburgh Pirates sent out a tweet today and said, to the lucky person who finds this card, it's a Paul Skeens 1-for-1 rookie debut patch autograph card. It was released by Topps like 5 days ago. As the shot goes up, and that's no good for the Magic, and we're going to have some foul shots coming on up. So the Pirates are going to be giving away 2 Pirates season tickets behind home plate for the next 30 years. And they're also going to be able to go to, if you turn in this card, a softball game for 30 at PNC Park, plus coaching from Pirates alumni. And then you get to go to a spring training experience like no other, which means you get a private tour of Pirate City and Lecom Park. You get a meet and greet with Paul Skeens himself. You get 2 Paul Skeens autographed jerseys. You get to take batting practice and warm up with the team, and other unique experiences at Pirate City and Lecom Park. So it's now 29-25. And then Olivia Dunn, who is a gymnast who went to LSU with Paul Skeens, literally said, I'm going to one-up the offer. Whoever gets to actually find this also gets to sit with me at a Pirates game in my suite, she said. What do we think about that deal? Do we think that that's... And that's just for the person that turns in this one type of card. Embiid gets the inbound from McCain, and Embiid puts it up and puts it in. Isn't that wild? I think that that's like so crazy. 31-25, Philadelphia leads it by 6. I've never heard of anything like that before. Robert, thank you so much for the $2 dono. Thank you so much, Robert. Shout out to you. 31-25, 8:50 left to go in the second quarter. We have a foul called on the Sixers. I just wanted to talk about that because I wanted to get your thoughts about that. So now we're back to the game, and I'll focus on the game, But I wanted to get your thoughts about that. So let me know what you think about that down below. Do you think that the Pirates are giving away a lot? Livy Dunn baiting herself is crazy work. I don't think she meant it like that, though. But, yeah, she has to be careful. But I don't think she meant it like that. I think it's more so of like a meet and greet. Don't take it the wrong way. I don't think that she meant it like that at all. Oubre is going to get the ball stolen away from Franz Wagner, who lays it up and lays it in over Joel Embiid. Oh, man. All right, 31-27 is the score. Philadelphia up by 4 with 8:25 left to go in the second quarter. How many copies are out by Topps? I don't know. I don't know. That's a very good question. Oubre, over at the top of the key, gives it up to guerschon yabusele. A skip pass to Embiid, who's on the block. Double teamed. Nola pass to guerschon for 3 points. No. And Jonathan Isaac is there to call in the rebound. 8 minutes left to go. Suggs tries to kick it out to Franz Wagner. One more to Jonathan Isaac. Swish goes the basketball, and he's able to knock down a 3. It's now 31-30 as Jonathan Isaac makes one from 25 feet. All right, 31-30 is the score. Timeout called by Nick Nurse with 7:53 left to go in the second quarter. And the Sixers will be back in just a few moments. All right, you sit in the skybox if you win. Yes, you sit in the skybox. That's essentially what it is. But yeah, I think that that's really crazy. I think that that's really awesome. And that would be really, really something. So, but yeah. It's so weird that the Nets are good this year. They barely have any players, and they're going off, says KGB. See, this is why basketball, KGB, do you really think that the Nets are going to be a contender? KGB, come on, man. You know ball. I know you know ball. Do you really think that they're going to be a contender? It's no disrespect to them, but they're not ready yet, man. Just like the Cavs. The Cleveland Cavaliers, I don't know if they are legit yet. They're playing really, really good. I don't know if they can even beat Philly when Philly has their big 3. I don't know if they can beat Philly or Milwaukee. Is it too good to be true for the Cavs? Is it too good to be true? Let me know down below. They're going to fall off by January. It's just KGB. That's the KGB I know. But yeah. Again, thanks so much for the $2 dono, Robert. I appreciate that, man. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to. There's a super chat button down below. After this game is done, I am also doing post-game shows for Sixers and for Eagles games. Next year, I'm actually going to try to implement that for the Phillies games too. When we do every single game, I am going to have post-game shows. I'm going to grind through it because I think that it brings the interaction to another level with you guys, and I'd like to, to be able to just talk to y'all. So I will post the Discord link once I create the Discord for the post-game show, and you can just call in and you can give me your thoughts on how the Sixers play tonight and on what you saw in the game. What was I looking at? I forget what I was looking at. For real, I mean, the Cavs only barely won against Jared McCann and Reggie Jackson. It's wild. By the time you find the Cavs, you'll have, or find the cars, you'll have paid for the whole trip they claim is a prize. But still, it's a cool idea. Guerschon with 4 points, 1 rebound in this game, and he's 2 for 4 shooting-wise from the field tonight. Caleb Martin will skip it over to Kyle Lowry. It's PG, Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry, Andre Drummond, and Eric Gordon in there for the Sixers. Drummond tries to go up with a shot. He gets it blocked. Andre Drummond was out with an injury. Didn't know if he was going to play today or not. Suggs, three-pointer, off the mark. Andre Drummond, the rebound eater, able to haul one in. A backup center for Joel Embiid. Even though he's been starting a lot of the time because Joel was out for a little bit. George, pick and roll to Andre Drummond. Andre gets blitzed. Tries to put it up. Not once and not twice either. But we think we have a travel called on Andre Drummond with 7:15 left to go in the second quarter. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so. Tell your friends about this, man. If you guys know other people that love tuning in to Phillies, Eagles, and Sixers games and are like, well, I don't have a place to tune in, I know a guy. You guys say, I know a guy. And that is my guy, JJ. You got to put in a word for me, man. Wagner gets back over towards the near elbow. He's at the three-point line. He wants to dance over Caleb Martin. Finds Jalen Suggs from one wing to another. Puts up a three-pointer. No, Jonathan Isaac. Easy rebound. Puts it back up and puts it in. The Sixers tonight, the name of the game, man, is that they are getting out-rebounded by the Orlando Magic. That's why the Magic are where they are in this game. PG also doesn't have any points either. Paul George, over at the elbow, tries to go up with a shot. He puts it up, and it's way too strong. Rebound again by Orlando. Magic in this game have 19 rebounds. The Sixers only have 13. Wagner at the top of the perimeter. Anthony Black tries to find Wagner, and Wagner tried to lay it up and in, but he lost the ball. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by Wagner, and the Sixers will get it back, it looks like. Man. It's 7:55 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Jared McCain will sub back in for the Sixers. Caleb Martin got called for a personal foul. Cole Anthony and Tristan DeSalva will step in for Jalen Suggs and Jonathan Isaac. Tavius Caldwell-Pope, Goga Batadze, Cole Anthony, Franz Wagner, and Tristan DeSilva all out there for the Magic. There's an elbow jumper by KCP, way off the mark. Andre Drummond gets the rebound, hands it off to Lowry. Lowry thought about taking the three, but he'll lob it inside to Drummond, and Drummond puts it up and in. And the Sixers are able to have a seesaw back and forth between them and the Magic. They now lead it by 1. Franz Wagner over on the far wing. He was looking to just try to ISO over Andre Drummond, but instead he passes it back out to Cole Anthony. Anthony takes a couple of steps. Almost got called for a travel. Lays it up. Can't lay it in, though. Andre Drummond able to haul in the board. Paul George, who has no points. He's 0 for 6 from the field so far in this game. And he's unselfish and hands it off to Caleb Martin. Martin creating his own shot, puts it up, and can't put it in. Andre Drummond gets the rebound, though, against Goga Batadze. George tries to chest pass it to Kyle Lowry. He was over at the foul line, puts up a 2, and he's fouled. With 5:16 left to go in the opening half. We're having... Yeah, it's close but no cigar. It's not short cigars. Why do you call it short cigars? It's like almost close but no cigar. That's like what I know that's your favorite term that I use. All right, how many people are tuning in? By the way, we have 38 people watching. We should have more, man. We should have more. That's why you need to tell your friends and family members about this channel. I need you guys to do your job, man. I need you guys to help a brother out. We have a wet floor, and somebody from the Magic staff is going to clean that up. And a referee also bringing a towel as well. 5 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the first half. Andre Drummond was the one that got the offensive rebound to keep the possession alive for the Sixers. And then Lowry got fouled. Was not in the act of shooting. George will inbound it to Jared McCain, who's over at the Chevrolet sign. Gives it back to Kyle Lowry, who goes down the lane from the far wing, lays it up, and lays it in. Not so easy for Kyle Lowry, but still able to hit a floater and put the Sixers up by 3. Wagner with a 2. No good. Anthony Black gets called for. We have, I think that was an interference call. Is that what it is? The Sixers are a little bit confused. I'm a little bit confused on what they just called there. Wagner missed a shot, and then Andre Drummond, I think, got called for a foul. Is that what it was? Was it a loose ball foul from Paul George on the rebound by Batadze? I think that's what they're trying to call, and the Sixers should challenge this, and I think that they will. And that they're going to challenge the rebound from Paul George, and that's why they have the camera on him, and Tyrese Maxey wants an explanation too. So, yeah, they call defensive goaltending on Paul George. That's not even defensive goaltending. I mean, he hit the rim even after that, so... He ended up getting the rebound. It didn't even hit the glass. By the time he touched it, that was for a rebound. Come on, man. Sorry, close but no cigar. That's right. That's right. Chat's been a little bit quiet. What's going on, chat? How's everybody doing? Chat, let me get your thoughts about this too. Apparently, Shams Charania tweeted out earlier today about this new proposal that the NBA has been talking about that's going to come out in 2024, 2025. And it is about these 4, instead of having the All-Star game, what they're going to do is they're going to have 4 teams play that weekend starting next year. And I want to get your thoughts about that, if you saw the post or not. And what do you think about the NBA getting rid of the All-Star game? Let's just start with that right now. All right, so the challenge was successful for the Sixers. It's 35-34. Philadelphia does lead it by 1. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are about putting something in place of the All-Star game. Let me know down below. No, says the dude. Yeah, so on NBA Countdown, there's going to be like a tournament-style 2025 All-Star game, plus Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu working to add friends to the NBA WNBA three-point challenge. 35-32, Sixers missed a shot as they got the ball back. Goga Batadze, though, gets the rebound. It was a bad pass by Kyle Lowry, and Cole Anthony was able to get a steal. KCP back out to Wagner. Shot goes up. No. Andre Drummond able to get the rebound. 35-32, Philadelphia only up by a tray. George in between the circles. Crosses over with his right hand. He's being guarded by Cole Anthony. And wants to cross over again. Gets a screen set by Drummond. Goes down the lane. Right-handed layup. No good again. Drummond, rebound. He tried to put it up and in, but we had a foul called on the floor. Paul George has missed all 7 of his shots today and just could not even hit the easy bucket there. 4:04 left to go in the second quarter and only 7 seconds left on the shot clock. And we have Jonathan Isaac coming back in for the Orlando Magic, and so will Joel Embiid. All right, here we go. Embiid with a fadeaway three-pointer. No good. The shot clock was winding down. And he airballed it. So with 3:56 left to go in the second quarter, the Sixers having a very ugly second quarter so far. Both teams, it's been pretty ugly. It sounds like a bad idea, says Neil. No, I say replace it with a tournament, but it's by division. So you have all division teams and see who wins the tourney. See, I don't like that either. Like, all they got to do, it's a simple fix to me. They just got to, like, all they got to do is just enforce the players to just play defense. Like, it's just so simple. I know that they don't want to lose money, and that's why they're not doing it, because I would personally fine them if they don't do that. Embiid gets the rebound off the bad pass, or off the bad shot by Orlando. McCain, three-pointer, bang! Jared McCain with his first try tonight. Let's see the McCain emojis in the chat. Members, where are you at? McCain, baby! All right, I like that a lot. I really do. I like that a lot. Did I have the McCain? Yeah, McCain. Yeah, he's right there. There he is. There's the McCain emoji. Nice job. Good job by Jared McCain. We have a personal foul called on Jared McCain as well. Suggs will come on in for Cole Anthony. Suggs gets it at the top of the key. One more to Caldwell Pope, and actually Isaac able to hit a turnaround jumper over from the near corner, and the Sixers only up by 4 now. Jonathan Isaac has 7 points, 3 boards, and 1 personal foul in this game. George, handoff to McCain at the foul line. McCain tries to scoop it up, and he scoops it in off balance. 5 straight points for McCain, who's in takeover mode. 40-34, Philadelphia up by 6. Suggs steps back, and he throws it away. He tried to find Jonathan Isaac. The binoculars weren't so clear, though. Lowry with the steal. Martin to George. Three-pointer. Another one that's really cold from Paul George, who's now 0 for 8 from the field and 0 for 3 from downtown. Wagner takes advantage of Lowry, utilizes the mismatch, and puts it up and in, 40-36. And Philadelphia up by 4 points. Lowry back to Embiid. Embiid thought about taking the 3. Takes a jab step over on the far wing. Hands it off to McCain. McCain fires the trigger. Three-pointer. He airballs it. And it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Magic ball again. Oh, boy. Just like I had my makeshift tray emojis. You should become a member. For those of you that have not done so already, memberships, it's $2.99 a month. They're cool. You're missing out. We're also going to be bringing back some of the live streams as well, as the runner is up and in by Franz Wagner. He has had a very good game today. 16 points, 6 boards, and 3 assists. He's just 5 points away from his average. George downhill to Embiid, who gets double-teamed. The ball gets knocked loose, and it's stolen away by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Pope gets it stolen back by Lowry, who blindsided them. George down the lane. Handoff to Embiid. Triple team coming. Shot goes up, and a foul called. Foul called as on Jonathan Isaac, man. Boy, 119 left to go in the second quarter. Keep the game, but add the elam ending. The elam ending, says DF. Yeah. Nice thing about this is that basketball is all about rhythm, and we always like it when the game starts off strong and when it ends strong too, because that makes the cast more enjoyable. When the game's enjoyable, the cast is great. When the game is not enjoyable, it makes my job tougher, and I got to be more of an entertainer, which hopefully I am. Embiid is going to go to the line for one more, so the first foul shot was up and in, and they'll try to go 2 for 2, and the second foul shot.
Excellent.
Good as gold. 119 left to be played in the second quarter. Philadelphia leads it by 4. And Suggs has not even picked up the ball yet, so the clock doesn't move, and now he does. He gets it over towards the center circle. So they hand it off to Batadze. Batadze back over to Suggs, and we have a foul called on McCain. It'll be a foul on the floor. Sixers have committed 4 fouls, and so have the Magic. Not a lot of fouls in this game. Caleb Martin, only with 1 point today, 11.6 points he's averaged this season. A guy who had 18 points in his last game, and also 17 points in the game before that. It was a back-to-back between the Knicks and the Cavs. So he combined to have 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists, and also 6 steals, which is pretty impressive, in about 35 minutes. First foul shot by Suggs is up and in. Suggs makes the first foul shot. He was a first-round pick by Orlando back in 2021. And the second foul shot is good. 42-40. The Magic are now in the bonus. And with 1:05 left to go, Embiid is going to bring the ball up. Takes it into Sixers territory, skips it all the way to Caleb Martin. Martin back to Embiid. Embiid over at the nail. Gets blitzed. He hands it off to Lowry. Lowry back to Embiid. Embiid outside to George for 3. And Paul George finally gets on the board. PG's in the chat. His first 3 points come with about 49 seconds to go in the first half. 40 seconds left to go now as Franz Wagner steps back, finds Suggs in between the circles. 3-pointer. It's short. He bricked it. Joel Embiid comes away with his 3rd rebound of the ball game. Embiid goes down the lane, being the freight train that he is, but he tries to pass it outside to Caleb Martin, and they hit the reset button. George at the top of the key. Embiid scrambles down the lane, gets the pass, puts it up, and I think we have an offensive foul called on Joel Embiid. Yep, his feet were set, Jalen Suggs. Good job by him to sacrifice his body. And Joel Embiid gets called for the charge, and the Sixers are still up by 5. Mike Green's here. Well, yo, what's up, man? I haven't seen you on here in a while, dude. What's going on? What's up, Mike? 18.2 seconds left to be played, and we're going to have some free throws coming up as the Magic are down by 5. Jared McKean will sub out, and Gary Harris comes in for Jonathan Isaac for the Orlando Magic. Guerschon Yabusele is the substitute for Jared McCain. This is the first time that the Sixers are playing the Magic. It said that the Magic were in the bonus, but they're not going to shoot free throws here. That's a little bit weird. 14 seconds left to go. Franz Wagner has it over at the top of the key, and he's just going to milk the clock down. Shot clock on blood. 5 seconds left to go. Oubre on him. Gives it back over to KCP. Step back, pump fake, side step. 3-pointer. Good. Hits the front of the rim, and it trickled on in at the very last second. It's a buzzer beater. And KCP says, thank you, basketball gods. 45-43 is the score as the Sixers lead it by 2 at the half. So Philadelphia ends the second quarter with 24 points. The Magic put up only 19, and the Sixers are 24 minutes away in regulation for getting another win. What's up? What's up, everybody? I would like JJ to do a Phantoms game. To call a Phantoms game with us freaks as the players. That'd be really fun. You want me to do a Phantoms game? That's funny. That's really funny. All right, so, yeah, let's talk about that first half, all right? If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Jason Joseph. I want you to go follow me on all the social media platforms. Where are the social media platforms, JJ? They are posted in my description down below. Okay, they're in my description. That's also right over here. If you click on this link tree, why do you think I have these bots here, like Stream Elements and like Bot Rigs? Because they post these things for me. That's why they're there. They're not just bots. They actually are my assistants as well. So, hit that link tree link and go subscribe and go follow all the social media platforms. If you are on a social media platform, you're more than welcome to come on over to YouTube and type on in play-by-play with JJ and just come on over to YouTube. It should be very easy to find, and just come on over here. If you can't, though, enjoy tuning in where you're tuning in from, whether it's on Facebook, on Instagram. I think that we're on Instagram, and then we're on Twitch as well, and Rumble, I believe, too. So, I appreciate you all so much for tuning in on those platforms. All right, this first half, not really too impressed. I liked what McCain was able to bring. I thought that Embiid did a better job. Let me be clear. I thought Embiid did a really good job in the first half. I actually thought that he played really well. JJ, the Magic are an easier opponent than the Knicks. True. But guess what? Joel Embiid's first game back, we all know the drill. He doesn't always look so good in his first game back, and he's looked a lot better in this game. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He's 5 for 7 from the field, 0 for 2 from downtown, but he's balling, and he's getting to the cup. He's being very aggressive out there. He's also making plays for other people like Jared McCain and like Kelly Oubre Jr. as well. And I think that he's done a really good job at, not only drawing the double teams, but he's attacking, and he's also making plays for other people. Paul George, not so good. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He had the 3 points with about 47 seconds to go at the end of the first half. But I have not really been too happy with how Paul George has been playing. That all can change, though, in the second half. He can turn it on, and hopefully he does. Kyle Lowry continues to just be Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry actually had a couple of nice layups today, which was nice, and he had a couple of steals, so I got to give him that. I got to, be nice in that regard. Guerschon comes off the bench, provides you an immediate impact, gets a nice dunk, also has a good rebound as well. And actually, Andre Drummond comes off the bench, and what do you know? 2 points and 5 rebounds. This is why he comes off the bench, ladies and gentlemen, because he just doesn't have it in him anymore to start and play consistent minutes on a night-to-night basis. He can do it every once in a while, but he just can't do it on every single night, I should say. Oubre, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover for him. Embiid's turnovers are a little bit up today, 4 turnovers, but they're not egregious. They're not too bad. I would like to see that go down, though, as the game goes on. But 16 minutes and 16 points, I'll take that any day from Joel Embiid. We are getting out-rebounded. We're getting out-rebounded by the Orlando Magic. We had a couple of bad hustle plays. The Magic, they're in this game because they're hustling and because they're actually jumping up for rebounds. And when we don't box out, that's what happens. We can't lose this game. We can't lose a lot of games now. The Sixers have dug themselves in a hole, and we got to win games now. We have to go on a winning streak now. And I don't want a team like the Magic, who for some reason they're 6-0 at home. They have not lost a home game, and they are 1-6 on the road. But they need to. The Sixers need to do a better job at boxing them out. They did a better job at that towards the end of the second quarter, but the rebounds say 20-20. Eye test wise, though, it seems like that the Magic have a lot more rebounds than the Sixers do. and they're getting bounces just to go their way, and guys are boxing or guys are just getting boxed out from the Sixers, and you can't have that happen, man. So, grades. What are our grades for that first half? Comment down below. Kyle Lowry's 38. Do we have any young good players, says Jane? That's why I've talked about Jared McCain. Yeah, for sure. That's why I've talked about Jared McCain. Yeah. I don't know. I'm the only one that's talking on here. I want to see other people in the comments. I want y'all to give me your thoughts, man. I want y'all to give me your thoughts and just type away. Just type away. What didn't impress you so far in this game? What actually stood out to you? What did stand out to me? I liked, there were a couple of, like, the McCain dunk was nice. Let me talk about that Jared McCain dunk. That was really cool. I didn't think he had that athleticism in him. Scott says C-. We need to do more. Yeah. I'm being tough on them, too. We expect greatness from this team. We just do. The expectations are there. We are so excited for your play-by-play. So I say a B-. Oh, thank you, Jane. I appreciate the compliment. I say B for me. Good ball movement so far, but I want to see more of the young guys. Yeah, we're not going to get Ricky Council out there. I actually am surprised that we got 4 minutes of Jeff Doughton Jr., who honestly just can't play right now. It's weird. I wanted him to play for a little bit, but now he just can't play. And he's not really giving you a lot. KJ Martin didn't really give you a lot in the last game. I want Ricky Council the fourth to play. I don't know what the heck these coaches or what this I don't even know if it's just an unwritten rule now for the NBA where you just can't play guys that are under 30 years old, or it takes a lot for that to happen, or what the case is. But Council, he should be getting some minutes in the rotation. I've said it for a while. I mean, maybe I don't think that maybe there's a chance that they see something that we don't, but from what I've seen and from what a lot of people that have been following this team have seen, gives you some really good athleticism out there. And he also he's a good rebounder, and he can put the ball on the floor. And that's what I want. I want my guys who can put the ball on the floor out there. No more of these old veterans who are washed and just can't, try to literally just try to make plays and think to themselves that they're 25 years old again when they're not. And their bodies just aren't as capable as they used to be. I hate to put it that way, but that's the truth, man. I don't want those guys getting more minutes. The younger guys like Ricky Council IV need to be playing, and I sound like a broken record because I know a lot of other people have said the same exact thing, but I'm with them. I really am. I'm really with them, and it's the truth. In basketball, you need athleticism, and youth tends to correlate with that in most cases. And when I'm watching Eric Gordon out there, he looks really slow. He's not able to put up good shots. And he's only good out there if he's making the shots. If he's not making the shots, he doesn't have any other type of value. That's how it goes. So there's my little rant about playing the veterans and Nick Nurse being like Doc Rivers in that sort of sense. The dude's back. I can continue the stream. That's good. What's up, man? Should we take a look at the out-of-town scores? Maybe we'll do that now. I'm just trying to buy for time before we come back into this second half. Oh, yeah, I got to make my event. After the game is done, come on for the post-game show. We're going to be going on at 9:30 right after the game is done, and we'll be doing a post-game show on the Sixers and the Magic. The dude, you should come on. Everybody else that's in the chat should come on. They really should, because it's fun talking hoops with JJ. It is. It's a very, very good time. Sixers Magic post-game show. Okay. and we're starting that at 9:30. We're creating the event, and we're going to copy, and we're going to paste. All right, I need a drink of water. I will be right back in a flash, and I will see you very soon. Click on this link down below, and while we're at it, let's go say hi and go raid Philly halftime, man. Let's go say hi to Philly halftime. Let's go give them some love, and let's go say hi. All right, here we go. When is it? The postgame show is after the game, as always. Here's Philly halftime's link. Here you go. Let's go say hi. Be right back. Be right back in just a few moments. Here we are. We're back. See, that music just soothes my soul. I know, it makes me feel a little bit more relaxed. But now I'm ready to get amped up again. Let's go, baby. What's up? What's up? What's up? Scott says, I feel like I'm in an elevator going to the next level. Are you going to the next level, or are you going down a level? Or is the elevator stuck? Oh, man. All right, Sixers have to play defense as the ball gets inbounded to the Magic, and just like that, the Magic turn it over. Illegal screen set by Anthony Black. Right, good stuff. Philadelphia up by 2 as we go into half number 2. All right, let me, Mr. Man Created Gods here. What's going on, man? How you doing? How are you doing? All right, I'll stop playing the air horn right now. 45-43. So Batadze had a turnover. He traveled. McKean came in for Oubre, and Trenton De Silva also came on in for the Orlando Magic. George gets the inbound pass. Pulls up for 3. Bang! Bullseye for Paul George, 48-43. And George able to knock down his second tray today. 6 points. 3 assists and 3 steals and 3 rebounds for Paul George. Franz Wagner gets it over on the low post. Franz Wagner's had a good day today, 16 points for him, and now make it 19 as he's able to cash in on the tray. And that makes it 48-46. Wagner again, a +8 in this game so far. 7 for 11 from the field and 3 for 5 from downtown. The Sixers end up losing the ball and turn it over as it goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre, and George not able to give it up to him. And the Magic are going to take on over as they hit a bucket on the other side. Couldn't tell who hit the bucket because they panned back a little bit too late. But nonetheless, it's 49-48, and Orlando has their first lead since the second quarter. Embiid gets it over in between the circles, and he tries to take about 2 jabs, steps back over towards the foul line and airballs that shot, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes up with his miss. KCP has been around the block. 8 points for him tonight, 1 rebound, 1 assist as well. Franz Wagner is being guarded heavily by Kyle Lowry, a guy that's about 7 inches shorter than him. Wagner tries to take him on. Caleb Martin double teams him. They swing it out. Wide open three-pointer by KCP. No good. Thought he had it. And Joel Embiid comes up with the rebound. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 7 points per game. Here's Oubre for 3. Off the pass by Lowry. Swish! And Kelly Oubre able to knock it down. 51-49. So just like that, with 9:40 left to go in the third quarter. Is that McCain? Yeah, it was McCain. Excuse me. Except it was Jared McCain who was able to hit that. I don't know why I got that mixed up. I guess I didn't see clearly. Orlando goes up for a shot and no good. No good, man. Yeah, it was McCain. It was McCain. Sorry, I was focusing on something else and I saw the afro there and I didn't realize it was McCain. That sounds wrong, but nah, I didn't realize it was McCain. My bad. 51-49. George catches, pulls up for 3. In and out it goes. So George, Martin, Embiid, Lowry, and McCain all out there for the Sixers. Sixers come up with a loose chain. 3-on-2. George, ISO, three-pointer. No good. And McCain fights for the rebound. He's aggressive. Lays it back up and lays it in. 5 straight points for the kid, and, well, Jared McCain has 14 points in this game. Nice job. 6 for 8 he is from the field. The first-round selection by the Sixers having another good game so far, and we have a foul called on Caleb Martin. McCain today, 6 for 8 from the field. The 20-year-old from Duke, averaging 13.5 points per game. And he, according to DraftKings, is now the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. Jane says, come on. Yeah, I know. I got to do a better job at that. I know. Wagner gets it over towards the elbow, lays it up, and it lays out. Oh, man. Had a bad bounce. And the basketball gods were like, nope, we're not going to give that to you. Embiid goes downhill like a freight train. Gets the ball battered around. McCain, three-pointer. It's up and in. Jared McCain, he was off balance and still was able to make the 3. Embiid had it tipped out. It went into McCain's hands, and he was just at the right place at the right time. And by the way, Joel Embiid also got fouled while the shot was being occurred, and we have another We have another free throw coming up for Embiid. A loose ball foul as McCain shot the ball. And another foul shot by Joel. It's up and in.
Excellent.
Jared McCain with 8 points in this third quarter so far. He's putting the team on his back. Here we go. We have De Silva out there. De Silva gets it back from Jalen Suggs. Three-pointer off the mark. And Embiid climbs the ladder, gets his 8th rebound, gets the ball stolen away by Batadze. And Batadze dribbles it out of his right knee, and it goes out of bounds. Wow. That is pretty crazy, man. 57-49 with 7:50 left to go in the third quarter. And the Sixers can capitalize. George gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 as he's fouled by the Magic. So, PG will try to get his first 2 free throws in this second half so far. Go the McCain train. Dude, he's fun to watch, man. Why are we tanking? Why do we want to tank when we can see this kid play competitive basketball on a contender, potentially? The foul shot is up and good by Paul George. She said she couldn't stay for long, the dude. She said that she couldn't stay for long. 58-49. Second foul shot by PG. Here it is. It's money in the bag.
Excellent.
59-49. Sixers are up by 10 points. 3 minutes. That's how long the drought has been for the Magic, as they have not scored in that amount of time. Wagner with a turnaround floater. It's up and in. I just jinxed him. Darn it, JJ. Come on. 59-51. McCain catches. Pulls up for 3 again. No good. And he actually stepped out of bounds. Or they're going to call a turnover on Caleb Martin, actually, for an illegal screen. Is that what it is? Oh, come on, refs. Oh, man. What are we doing, refs? Come on, man. 59-51 with 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. Let's see the defense emojis in the chat, man. Come on. All right. Little dribble handoff to Black, and another turnover by the Magic. Wow. Oh, nice job. 59-51. McCain is him. I'm going to post that on my social media. I love it, man. 7:12 left to go in the third quarter. Already 5 turnovers in this quarter so far by the Magic and 3 by the Sixers. Lowry, Embiid, George, Martin, and McCain out there for Philadelphia. Embiid with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Triple team coming. Caleb Martin down the lane. Back out to McCain. 3-pointer. No good. And Lowry tried to get the rebound, and he almost stole it away. No good, though. Here's a nice little flare from Jalen Suggs all the way to Batadze, who just slams it home. A little skip pass and a little how do you do by Jalen Suggs. And 59-53. That was on that nice pass there. Caleb Martin back out to Embiid. 3-pointer on the near wing. Too strong. And Wagner gets the board. Magic in the front court. They're down by 6. Wagner kicks it back out to Suggs, who hesitates, does a little pump fake, goes into the lane. The ball gets battered around, and it's knocked loose by Caleb Martin, stolen by Kyle Lowry. And here comes McCain in the front court. He did a little Euro step, gets it back from Paul George, goes up for 3, swish! A silencer for Jared McCain. 11 points in this third quarter alone, and a timeout called by Mosley. Wow. That's awesome. Jared McCain is an MVP, man. My man is an MVP, dude. McCain, how the heck did he do that? He went down the lane, He kicked it out to Paul George. George was over on the far corner. McCain literally went behind him. He has a lot of speed, dude. For him to run that fast after he passed it to Paul George, and he went right behind him, and he was wide open over on that far wing, and he still swished it. Come on. That's like, you can't teach that, man. That is skill. With 6:08 left in the third quarter, my man has 20 points. I need to post that. I do. I need to post that. Luke Arcani just posted the tweet, and he said, McCain, where is it? Per Stathead, Jared McCain is the second Sixers rookie ever to make at least three pointers in 5 consecutive games. And he joins AI for that. That's unbelievable, man. That's insane. My man is a stud out there. He is a stud, man. McCain is saving Nurse's butt. Dude, come on after this game and talk hoops with me, man. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well, and hit that notification bell icon too, and that way you'll know when we go live for Sixers, Eagles, and Phillies basketball, or baseball, that is. Basketball, baseball, and football. That's what we do. I love to see JJ getting so excited, says Scott. Dude, he's just fun to watch. I don't know how he made that shot, dude. All right, so we have Moritz Wagner out there, hands it off to Franz Wagner. From one Wagner to another, Franz Wagner makes him pay for a three-pointer, and he puts it up and in. Moritz Wagner able to get his second assist to his brother, as there is only 2 assists in the ball game. 3 points as well for him. Franz, though, with 24, 7, and 5. Sixers turn it over, thanks to a steal by Moritz Wagner, who gets it back over to Jalen Suggs. Suggs with a bounce pass to KCP over on the near wing at the three-point line. A lob pass down low from Suggs to Franz Wagner. 3-point shot up, no. And Moritz Wagner tries to get the rebound, gives it back up to Batadze, and Batadze goes up with a shot, and he's fouled. Foul is called on the floor, or in the act of shooting, I should say. Caleb Martin is the one that's guilty for committing the foul. What's wrong with the cable down here? I live 35 miles away from Orlando, and I can't watch it for free on cable. Dude, that sucks. That sucks. I was going to ask, like, if you're able to get the game. That's crazy. Oh, don't they have their new streaming service called, like, Magic TV or something like that? Isn't that what they have now? First foul shot, that's up and in. Orlando Magic TV station. Fox Sports Florida. Watch the Magic on FanDuel Sports Network with a TV provider. Oh, no, that's not it. Their rights were up with Diamond Sports because they went bankrupt, so that's what ended up happening. Here we go. De Silva makes the first 2 free throws, and that's good. And now Paul George is going to get it for the Sixers. George steps back, puts up a three-pointer. PG going off in this second half so far. Give him 11 points. He had none with about 45 seconds left in the first half. And now he's on fire. He's made his last 3 threes. Here's Wagner going down the lane. Moritz Wagner lays it up and lays it in. Eric Gordon will come on in for Caleb Martin, too, by the way. Forgot to make sure that I mentioned that. We have 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the third quarter. McCain behind the back dribble moves and a foul called on Jalen Suggs. Those were fancy schmancy dribble moves by Jared McCain. He went behind his back and then just did a little pirouette. Maybe that'll be a new TikTok dance for him. How he's able to do that. I don't know. It's great. He's awesome. He's so awesome. I actually like the TikTok dances, by the way, that he does. I think that they're really cool. Oubre hands it off to Jared McCain. They can be a little bit corny, but I think that they're cool. I got to give him a lot of credit for that. McCain goes up with a layup. It's up, no good. The ball gets blocked by Jalen Suggs. And with 5 seconds left on the shot clock, he gets called for a personal foul. That's going to send McCain to the charity stripe. And he'll shoot 2 free throws, the first 2 free throws for him tonight. A 20-burger for him, 4 assists and 1 rebound in this ball game. So that is going to, I believe that's now his 3rd game with 20 or more points. Or his 4th game, that is. It is. He had 27 against the Charlotte Hornets. He had 23 against the New York Knicks, and then 34 against the Cavs. Also had 10 assists in that game. First foul shot, good by Jared McCain. 4 for 7 from three-point range tonight. Second foul shot.
Excellent.
That sound effect says it all. 67-60. Here we go. Step back 3 from Jalen Suggs. Off the mark. Sixers play good defense. Paul George climbs the ladder. Gets the rebound. Outlet pass to guerschon yabusele. Over down the lane. Dribble handoff to Jared McCain over on the near corner. McCain fades away. Throws it to Moritz Wagner. But we have a foul called on the Magic as McCain was pushed out of bounds by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Jonathan Isaac and Anthony Black will sub back in. Surprised that they actually ended up calling that a foul. They don't always do that, and the Sixers are in the bonus, so more free throws for the rookie. 22, he's looking to try to get 24 points. 22 for McCain, first foul shot. It's good. It is good for Jared McCain. This guy has not missed a free throw at all this year. He's averaging about 2.1 free throws per game. He's made a total of 23 foul shots coming into today. Second foul shot by McCain. That's good.
Excellent.
He's made all 27 of his free throws this season so far. 69-60. Philadelphia up by 9. Black down the lane. Wagner, I think he tried to give a little alley-oop pass to his brother. Oubre tried to get the rebound, and he lost it out of bounds. And it'll still be Magic ball as the shot clock will go back to 14 seconds. The Magic are 6-0 at home, but they have a 7-6 overall record. No Paolo Banchero as well. He's out for another at least 3 weeks. The inbound went to Anthony Black. Black tried to lob it down low, and McCain is guilty for committing a foul on Moritz Wagner. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Heat are up by 10 with 2:48 left to be played in the third quarter. The Raptors lead it by 5 with 4:38 remaining in the third as well. We have a lot of games that are in halftime as well. Black gets the inbound. Black gets a one-on-one defense by guerschon, throws it into the hands of Franz Wagner. Wagner being guarded by Eric Gordon, who's back out there for the Sixers. Wagner's 2-point shots up. No good, but a foul called, a reach-in foul on Eric Gordon. And that is going to put Wagner at the line, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. What's chat saying? Fancy schmancy. It's crazy. I need my glasses. Mr. Burns look like Mr. Bums. What's up, David? How you doing, man? Great win by the Birds yesterday. Yep. And now we got to get a good win today for the Sixers. First foul shot is good. 69-61. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icons, man. We have 38 people watching. I need us to get 50 people on here. Tell your friends, tell your family members about this channel. I want us to get more and more people to have a fandom on our channel, if that makes any sort of sense. I want more and more people to come on this channel because I want to make them fans. I want to make them freaks, my Philly freaks, because that's what y'all are. All right, we have a timeout called, and the clock stops. Second foul shot is going to come up after this timeout. I need some water. I mentioned that Franz Wagner is the one shooting the free throws. What are some other scores we have going on around the NBA? It's 77-73 in Cleveland. They're taking on the Chicago Bulls. Tobias Harris has 9 points and 8 rebounds for the Detroit Pistons, if that makes anybody feel happy. Just kidding, Toby. Just kidding, Toby. You're actually a really good human, man. You just did not play good for us. Jakob Poeltl, 19 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks leading the way for the Raptors. They're 2-10, taking on the 5-8 Pistons, and they have a 7-point lead with 3:23 left to go in the third quarter. The Hawks are up by 9 in halftime against the Washington Wizards. Kyle Kuzma might be on the move. Jordan Poole, though, with 16 points in that ball game. The Nets are down by 9 to the New York Knicks. The battle for New York taking place as Cam Thomas has 27 points and Mikal Bridges going up against his former ball club has 14 for the Knicks. The Lakers lead it by 8. It's 68-60. Anthony Davis with 26 points in the first half, and Victor Wembanyama, he has 16. The Clippers are down by 1 to the Rockets. James Harden going up against his former team. 31-30 is the score there. The Nuggets are down by 3 against the New Orleans Pelicans at the SmoothieKing.com arena with 6:37 to go in the second quarter. The Thunder lead it by 15 in the second quarter as they're hosting the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are 9-3. They're playing without Kevin Durant, of course, and the Thunder are 10-2. Tonight at 10 o'clock, we got Grizzlies Warriors in Golden State, and then we got Timberwolves and Kings at 10 o'clock as well at the Golden One Center in Sacramento, California. Right. How's everybody doing, man? Comment down below. Comment down below. How's everybody doing tonight? Give me an A. Give me an A. Give me a B. No. Give me on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being not so good, 10 being great. How you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? Wagner's second foul shot as the timeout is over is up and in, and the Sixers lead is down to 7 with 3:38 left to be played in the third quarter. PG, Guerschon, Caleb, Kelly Oubre, and Eric Gordon all out there for the Sixers. Martin back to Gordon, who's over on the near wing, takes a jab step, steps back, goes over to the foul line. He has to pass it back over to George. 5 seconds left to go, and Paul George gets called for a travel. And another Sixers turnover. Both teams have turned the ball over a lot in this third quarter so far. Please like because JJ and the bearded one, the master play-by-play. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, Jane. I do. Wagner hands it off to Black, and Black almost lost his balance for a quick second. Oubre played really good defense on him. And he hands it up to Franz Wagner. Wagner goes down the lane, gets the ball stripped by Eric Gordon, and stolen by guerschon yabusele, the savvy vet doing his thing. George to Oubre, pump fake. Oubre over on the far corner. They kick it out to Caleb Martin. One more to Eric Gordon for a three-pointer. Way too strong. He fired the trigger, and his shot just did not go on in. It's 69-62. And there's about 2:45 left to be played in quarter number 3. All right. Wagner downhill to his brother, Moritz Wagner. And Moritz Wagner scoops it up and lays it in over guerschon yabusele. They keep experimenting him at the backup center position, and he's been really struggling in this one. Joel Embiid looking to come back in as he's over on the sideline, so he'll come back in once there is a stoppage in play. George wants the ISO, goes down the lane, kicks it out to Caleb Martin. Martin catches, fires it, and hits it from the near corner. Three-point shot for Caleb Martin. And finally, he's on the board as he knocks down his first three. He only had 2 field goal attempts before that. And he's now 1 for 3 tonight from the field. Franz Wagner down the lane gets the ball stripped by Yabusele and a foul called on Guerschon. And I think he's going to be subbed out of the game, it looks like, as the Sixers went to their sort of small ball lineup. 6 more subscribers until we get to 4680. Let's get to 4,680 subscribers if we have not done so already. Both teams now in the bonus with 1:54 left to be played in quarter number 3. Sixers lead it by 8, and Moritz Wagner is going to head on over to the charity stripe. The first foul shot is good. It was foul line right. And Kyle Lowry and Joel Embiid are going to sub back in for the Sixers. You know, some people ask if Joel... There's an argument that's out there about the greatest skilled centers of all time. And I sort of cringe like when I'm asked about that or when somebody brings that up, because you have to... like Joel has a lot of skill, but you also have to think about like back in the day, like when Wilt Chamberlain was playing and when Bill Russell was playing, they didn't have the nutrition or the technology or to even just watch footage. Like they couldn't use any of that to their benefit because they just didn't have it back then. So that conversation to me just, sort of just fades itself, because it's just different eras. I say that because Embiid now has the ball, and I just wanted to talk about Joel for a second because Joel is great, but I just think that's an interesting point. Anthony Black goes downhill, goes up against Joel Embiid, and somehow, someway fizzles in and is able to get a right-handed layup, 72-68 with 1:20 left to go in the third quarter. Both teams again in the bonus. Sixers and the Magic each have 4 timeouts left in this game. Oubre gives it over to Embiid, whose double team gets the ball stolen away by Anthony Black. Black able to lay it up and lay it in. Joel Embiid gets a turnover, and I think that with 1 minute left to go, it looked like Nurse was going to call for time, but he did not. He was just signaling something else. Embiid just got the ball loose and was nowhere near getting it over to a teammate. Embiid gets it back from Lowry. He's over at the foul line. Almost lost the ball. He has to fade away. He puts up a jumper. The ball gets blocked by Anthony Black, and it's stolen by Franz Wagner. 35 seconds to go. 2 straight turnovers for Embiid. Wagner from long distance gets the ball blocked. Jonathan Isaac gets the rebound. Shot goes up. It's rejected by Embiid, but I think we're going to have a goaltending call. Or is it a foul? It's a foul with 28.3 seconds left to go in this third quarter. But what are your thoughts about this whole, is Joel Embiid the greatest skilled, is he the most skilled center of all time? Because I think that you can make the argument that, like, yes, he is, but I feel like that you can probably see my side of the things, as well. Isaac, his first foul shot is good, and he makes it now a 1-point ball game with 28.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. So the Magic are on a little run themselves. Embiid has had 2 straight turnovers and has not looked so good since he's come back into the game at the 3-minute mark. So not a good stretch. Isaac's foul shot, no good. Franz Wagner gets the ball, or tries to go for a rebound, and it's tipped last by Embiid, and it goes out of bounds. And Embiid can't believe it. So Embiid not playing so good at all ever since he's come back into the game. Just continues to struggle. Come on, man. You got to snap out of it. Anthony Black will sub out, and Jamal Mosley wants to make another move, and he will. Jonathan Isaac tries to give it up to Franz Wagner, and the ball was last touched by Oubre? Really? It goes out of bounds. I mean, the pass to Franz Wagner was nowhere near close. And Oubre, they're showing his reaction. He's like, did I touch it last? So that's why I'm assuming that he got a fingertip on it. And I think the Sixers might just challenge this. No, he didn't get a fingertip on it. They're saying that he fouled him. They're saying that he fouled him because he touched him right on his gluteus maximus. And the first foul shot is up and in. Never thought I'd say that on cast, but I did. First time for everything. 72-72. It was ever so slightly, just a ticky-tack call by the refs. This is for the lead for the Magic. They're able to produce. And the Magic, honestly, have gone on a big run. The Sixers haven't scored in what feels like forever. It's been a big scoring drought for the Sixers. They have not scored since the 2:12 mark, and that was on a Caleb Martin 3. 73-72, 8 seconds left to go. Lowry with the ball, goes downhill, gets the ball stripped, and Lowry lost it, and it goes out of bounds. And the Magic are going to get the ball back. More sloppiness continue for the Philadelphia 76ers. Another turnover by them. And the Magic are going to try to extend their lead with 5.2 seconds left to go. The third quarter can't end sooner. Wagner gets double-teamed, tries to give it up, and there's a runner that's up and no good to end the third quarter. That was by Anthony Black. And finally, the third quarter comes to an end, and we go into quarter number 4. It's 73-72. Orlando is up by 1. Okay. All right. You know what time it is. It's trivia time, man. It is trivia time. Let's go. A 9-0 run, says the dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. If I need to go on a run, or if I need a run, the dude can run for me because he gives me those runs. All right. Yes. So I am going to ask you a Sixers trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. So I want to know. I'll give you an easy one today. All right. So Franklin the dog. Okay. Franklin, of course, is the mascot for the Sixers right now. Right? He's been the mascot for a little bit. He's really cool. He's a very, very cool mascot. Okay. I want to know, right? I want to know a little bit more about Franklin the dog. I want to know, okay, when did he debut with the Sixers? What year? What year did he debut with the Sixers? Please let me know down below. Trivia time with JJ. What year was Franklin the dog introduced to the Philadelphia 76ers? Hip-hop, says Mike Boyd. I liked hip-hop. Hip-hop was a very, very good mascot. He was. I like Franklin the dog, though, too. I can like two things. I can like Coke and Pepsi, folks. You can mix them both together. Like, that's fine. I don't have to like one or the other. Not saying that you're saying that, but I can do that. 2004. Nope. When did Franklin the dog make his debut? 2016. Close, but no cigar. Jane says 2015. And that is correct. 2015. Ryan Rowe came in second place. You got it. What's up, Ryan? I feel like Ryan, like, shout out to you, man. I feel like you're always on for, like, the fourth quarter because you always participate in trivia. So if I don't see you for, like, the first three quarters on here, I know that you're going to be on for the fourth quarter because you tune in for the trivia and you like that. So that's good. Best NFL mascot is definitely Swoop. Yeah, he's a good one. 73-72, 12 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And we have a whistle called. I can't tell who the whistle is on. Jared McCain comes in for Eric Gordon. And I think it was the ball went out of bounds and it was last touched by the Magic, so the Sixers will have the ball. Kyle Lowry will inbound it for the Sixers. Lowry gives it up to Kelly Oubre Jr. Can't believe that Lowry's still playing, man. It's crazy. Oubre over on the near wing has to skip it over to Embiid. Embiid being guarded by Isaac. This should be easy for him. Step back, baby hook, no good. With 1 second left on the shot clock, Anthony Black gets the rebound. Black has not really had a good game offensively. Here's Moritz Wagner for three, and he hits it. 76-72, and the Sixers have not scored in almost 3 minutes. They have not scored in almost 3 minutes. Lowry gets a screen set by Joel Embiid. Lowry still dribbling the ball. Embiid sets a pick for him. Lowry is getting out-physicaled by Jonathan Isaac, and the ball gets knocked loose, and it's still going to be Sixers ball. I mean, at this point, he's not giving you anything. I mean, he has 4 points in this game. He's playing so many minutes. I mean, why not go to somebody else, man? Why still play him out there? He's playing 23 minutes tonight, 4 points, 3 assists. I mean, it's not even funny at this point. McCain, 3-point shot up, no, and it wouldn't have counted anyways. And another shot clock violation for the Sixers as they turn it over once again. It's been a game of turnovers ever since the third quarter, pretty much towards the 5-minute mark of that third quarter. Things were smooth sailing, and then the Sixers lost momentum. Moritz Wagner gets fouled on the floor by Guerschon Yabusele. We'll say it's by the Sixers for now. Oh, man. Coke and Pepsi, yuck. No, you did not, long ball. No, you did not. You did not. Black gets over towards the cup and can't finish it. Lowry tries to fight for the rebound. It's snagged, though, by Suggs. Black wide open three-pointer. Way off the mark. Isaac gets it tipped out, and Embiid kicks it out, and it's still going to be Magic ball. I mean, they're getting out-hustled, and they just have not been able to score. This is a very long scoring drought for the Sixers. They haven't scored in literally 3.5 minutes. Let's see again. Did it touch his leg? Did it touch Embiid's leg? I thought that it did. And the refs are now coming together to try to talk about this. With 10:37 left to go. You did not, dude. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Good luck, man. I'm wishing you the best. I sure did, JJ. Dude, you are insane. You're absolutely insane. Kyle Lowry gets the steal off the bad pass from Anthony Black. Lowry unselfishly gives it up to Embiid. Another dribble handoff to Jared McCain. McCain tries to ISO, goes down the lane, kicks it out to Yabusele. Yabusele to McCain for 3, and McCain can't get it. Embiid tried to tip it, and Moritz Wagner hangs on to the rebound. Philadelphia down by 4, and they haven't scored any points in this fourth quarter. They haven't scored in 4.5 minutes. Suggs outside to Isaac. Isaac at the top of the key gets the ball knocked loose by Oubre. He gets the steal. 9:57 left to go. McCain catches, sidestep, three-pointer. No good. Can't get that one to fall, and Jalen Suggs gets the rebound. They've been ice, frigid, cold. Here we go. 9:40 left to be played in the fourth quarter. Here comes a shot, a layup down the lane, and that's good, and that makes it 78-72 for Jalen Suggs. Sixers are getting outdueled in this fourth quarter 5-0. 9.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Lowry tries to give it up to Yabusele. Yabusele goes down the lane, and we have another whistle called. And at this point, I mean, I have a lot to say at the end of this game here, man. I got a lot to say at the end of this game. Please come on for the postgame show. There's a lot of things that I need to get off my chest about this team, man. I really do. 78-72, Philadelphia down by 6 with 9:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, they have not put up a single point since the 2:13 mark in the third quarter. And Caleb Martin, speaking of the devil, that's the guy that made the three. He's going to come back in, so will Paul George. So Yabusele and Lowry are finally out. And Oubre will inbound it. It's Oubre, McCain, Embiid, Caleb Martin, and Paul George. And we have a 5-second violation called on the Sixers as they can't get the inbound off in time. Another turnover. And another head scratcher for the Sixers. I mean, it sounds like a broken record here. Anthony Black will inbound it to Jalen Suggs, and Suggs didn't even see the ball coming his way, but he just got there, saw it out of the periphery of his eyes. Suggs down the lane, goes up for 2, and he's fouled by Embiid. So a 5-second violation called on the Sixers. And Jalen Suggs is going to go to the free throw line and try to make it now a 7-0 run to start off the fourth quarter. It's really been a 15-0 run ever since the end of the third quarter by the Magic. And Embiid gets called for a shooting foul. With about 9:10 left to go. Appreciate you all so much for being here. All right. Marshawn's yelling in the chat. 78-72. That's how I know. When I see my messages, when I see my scroll bar go up and up, I know that somebody's not happy, and I know it's Marshawn. I'm kidding. I love you, man. Suggs, first foul shot, that's good. Second foul shot, that's good too. It's 80-72. Orlando leads it by 8. Tyrese Maxey over on the bench. He's like, you know what? I got to go back to the locker room real quick. McCain gets the handoff, and McCain gets it from Paul George, or gives it up to Paul George, and we have a foul called on the Magic. There's 9 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. Sixers have played the Magic, of course, a lot of times throughout their history. It's 80-72. McCain gets the inbound pass. Is over at center circle, gets a pick set from Embiid, goes down the left lane, hits the ball not loose, and it goes into the hands of Caleb Martin. Martin to Embiid, pump fake, three-point shot by Joel, no good again. 8:45 left to go, and the Sixers still have a goose egg in this quarter. Suggs outside to Franz Wagner. And here comes Anthony Black, who gives it back to Franz Wagner. Wagner at the top of the key. It's just been literally the ice-cold Sixers, and they are so ice-cold. Wagner goes up for 2. No good. Oubre rebound. McCain gets it down the lane, scoops it up, and he can't even make a layup. Oh, my gosh. You can't even make this up. McCain tried to take it to the cup, and that was even way too hard. 8:05 left to go. Somebody get a basket. I mean, for goodness sake. Martin plays defense over Franz Wagner. Wagner gives it back to Jalen Suggs. Three-point shot up, no good. And I think Oubre got hurt over towards the Sixers bench. Oh, man, he is down and he is in a lot of pain. Ugh. I don't know. He's able to get up and shake his head, but, man, oh, man. Caleb Martin is going to give him a little high five. Let's see what happened here again. So Suggs took a three-pointer on the closeout. Suggs sort of kicked his ankle, and then Oubre hit the back of his head. The Sixers, one of the assistant coaches was right there and saw him hit his head right by his foot. And they're going to look at this to see if this is going to be a flagrant foul, I believe, with 7:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. Ugh, crazy. It's really unbelievable. So the officials are going to review this after the 7:54 mark of the fourth. The Philadelphia's yet to score. So the refs are going to review this. And they have the headset on. I don't know what they're reviewing. I don't really have any idea what they're saying. Let's see. It is an offensive foul because of the closeout. Remember how James Harden and a couple other people would kick out their foot? Offensive player can't do that, so they do call it an offensive foul on Jalen Suggs. 80-72. 7 minutes and 54 seconds left remaining in the fourth quarter. 0 field goals made since the 2:12 remaining in the third quarter, man. That's unbelievable. This is like the longest scoring drought that they've had in quite some time. It's been over 6 minutes, and it feels like it's been a quarter. It does. It feels like it's been a quarter. That's at the rim. Genuinely hard to watch this KGB. We're never going to get out of the slump. Well, Embiid's going to the foul line, and the first foul shot's good. So guess who got out of the slump? We got out of it. So we finally are able to put up a point. 80-73, KCP will come on in for Gary Harris. And the Sixers are going to get the ball back as Jared McCain will get the inbound from Caleb Martin. McCain gets it into the front court. He's being guarded heavily by Jalen Suggs. He has to throw it to Caleb Martin. Martin almost gave it up to Paul George, who was cutting backdoor towards the lane, and they could not use him. Martin down the lane with the left hand, dribbles around the timeline. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. He hands it off to Paul George. 2 seconds left to go. Fade away, jumper for 3. It's up, no good, but we have a foul called. That's going to go against Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Paul George is going to get 3 free throws, I believe. Now they're going to say it was a foul on the floor, so I stand corrected. They fouled him right on the floor. It was not in the act of shooting. And I didn't really see that, but we play on. 7:31 left remaining. Sixers have yet to score a field goal in this fourth quarter. McCain inbounds into Embiid at the top of the perimeter, and Embiid gets literally bullied by Jalen Suggs. And Suggs literally just took him down like he was a tower, like a Jenga tower, if you will. And Embiid went falling like a bowling pin, and he'll go over to the foul line. That's really what I meant to say. So Suggs gets called for a foul there and just elbowed him right into the you-know-whats as well. Man. So McCain will inbound it again. 4 fouls caused by the Magic, and we're only at the 7:30 mark. That is the good news for the Sixers. The Sixers have only committed 2 fouls. George gets a screen set by Embiid. Embiid gets it down low on the block, puts up a fadeaway jumper. Stop fading away, Joel. Come on, what are we doing? No good. Rebound again by Franz Wagner. Bro, why are we fading away? Wagner goes downhill, tries to find a teammate, gives it up to Jalen Suggs back at the logo. Suggs goes up for a layup, and we have another whistle called. Lots of whistles in this fourth quarter. It's been so slow. And McCain is the one that gets called guilty for committing a shooting foul. And I think Joel's going to go on over to the bench. And he will. Oh, man. Just 28 points in these first 3. Or sorry, in the second half so far. Foul shot by Suggs is up, and that one's in. Suggs in this ball game, 13 points for him, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 personal fouls, by the way. 23-year-old last year, able to shoot 12.6 points per game. Also shot 76% from the line. He's shooting 91% from the line this year. Second foul shot, that's good. He also is averaging 4.1 assists and 4.8 rebounds as well, which are higher than he had last year. George, at the top of the key, dribbles over towards the right side of the lane, kicks it out to Caleb Martin. Martin tries to give it back to Jared McCain, who catches, puts up a 3. And finally, Jared McCain able to hit a shot. That's the first bucket that the Sixers have had since the 2:13 mark in the third quarter. And finally, he stops the bleeding. Seems like every time George is going down the lane, he just kicks it out to somebody. I don't like that either now. Dribble handoff to Franz Wagner. 3-point shot is a little bit short. It gets volleyballed by Caleb Martin, and he volleyballed it over towards the front court, and he gets it. I don't know how he got it. He gets the ball knocked loose, though. It's stolen by Suggs. Suggs layup, good. And not even Jared McCain could beat them back to the punch. 84-76. Jalen Suggs has been a pest on defense. Every time he just goes up against somebody, sticks his hand in the cookie jar, and is able to come up with some loose change. McCain, behind the back, dribble moves, goes up with a layup. It's good! Oh my goodness, Jared McCain showing off his James Harden skills. A behind-the-back dribble over towards his left hand. He fooled Jalen Suggs, and he got a layup out of it. KCP for three on the other side. Strong. Martin, rebound. 5:30 left to go. That was insane what the kid did right there. George gets it over on the low block. George, fadeaway, 2-point shot, up and good. It seems like every time he goes to that sweet spot over towards the near corner at about 12 feet away, he just hits all those jumpers. So the Sixers are now on a run thanks to a big-time bucket by McCain and also a nice layup by McCain himself as well, following up his three-pointer. 5 seconds left on the shot clock for the Magic. Franz Wagner wants to dance over Jared McCain. Shots up and one. 86 to 80. Are they just going to call a foul on the floor? And they say it's 84 to 80 right now. And we have time called with 4:56 left to go. It's just a personal foul by Jared McCain. I wonder if the Magic are going to challenge that and if that's why they called a timeout. 4:56 left to be played in the fourth quarter. And the Sixers will be back in just a few moments. Joel sucks. Everybody sucks. Foul on the floor. McCain is out. So Jared McCain just fouled out. That was his sixth foul, by the way. So his night is done. 84 to 80 is the score for the Magic. All right. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We have 41 people on here watching, and not all of you are subscribers to Play-by-Play with JJ. That is just fraudulent behavior, man. That really is. You guys should all subscribe to Play-by-Play with JJ. If you enjoyed these play-by-play calls, I know that we got Philly Take with RB on here. I know that we got Run It Back Philly on here too. But I want us to grow our channel too, man. I think that we do just as good of a job as they do. So please, please, please spread the word, you know, and tell other people about this channel to just help a brother out. I love my dudes. Don't get me wrong. They're great. They're great at what they do. But guess what? We got to get some people on here too, and I think that we're just as good as them. I really do. I really, really do. You know? 42 people on here watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, by the way, if you want to become a member, it is $2.99 a month, man. It's just $2.99 a month. How do I become a member, JJ? Well, you're going to click on a link that I'm going to post in just a few seconds. And it's $2.99 a month. You get access to some really awesome emojis. And you also get special live streams with JJ as well. And the link to become a member is right here. If you want to know how do I get those emojis, how do I do that, you just click on this link and just give me the $2.99 a month. It goes to a good cause. It goes to me, man. Goes to me. Goes to equipment and trying to get better setups and all that sort of stuff on here. So appreciate each and every one of you. Let's take a sip of water. This has been such a dreadful quarter. It's been so dreadful. I've never seen an NBA quarter look so lifeless. It's like calling a baseball game like where you have 3 scoreless innings or like whatever. Except in baseball, you get downtime and you're used to it. In basketball, you're not used to it. All right. Here we go. 84 to 80 is the score. Franz Wagner over on the left elbow. Kicks it back outside to KCP for a wide-open three-pointer. No good. Oubre tried to get the rebound. And Jalen Suggs, they're going to say it was last touched by Suggs. And the Sixers are going to get the ball. How about that? So, that was just a timeout called by Orlando. They did not challenge anything. So, McCain did foul out. That's why he's on the bench. 84-80. Another bad pass by Caleb Martin as guerschon Yabusele tries to go up with a block on the other side. Can't get it, and Franz Wagner able to make him pay 86-80. Moritz Wagner, I beg your pardon. The pass was supposed to go to guerschon, and another Sixers turnover. I mean, how many turnovers do they have right now? The Sixers have a total of 17 turnovers, along with the Magic. Yabusele tries to give it back to Oubre, but we have a foul called on the floor by Moritz Wagner. This has been awful, man. And the Sixers, the only good news is that they are in the bonus, so Embiid is going to head on over to the foul line, and they'll shoot 2 free throws to try to tie the game. Even if it's ugly, we still got to get the W. Oubre is going to sub on out. He has 4 personal fouls. First foul shot by Joel. He puts it up, and he puts it in. So that makes it 19 points for Embiid, 8 rebounds, 2 assists as well. Kyle Lowry, by default, is going to have to come back in as Kelly Oubre comes out, and there's no ball handler, so you're going to have to just put him back in. Embiid's second foul shot.
Excellent.
Is 6-82. 4:10 left to be played in quarter number 4. Suggs over at the top of the key. Gives it back to Moritz Wagner. Wagner hands it off to his brother Franz Wagner. Wagner dribbles over towards the left side, puts up a 3-point shot, swish. Franz Wagner taking over the game, 28 points, 10 rebounds as well. Caleb Martin back out to Embiid, 89-82 with 3:45 left to be played in the fourth quarter. Here we go. George wants to ISO, puts up a 3-point shot. It rims short, and Moritz Wagner able to grab the board. 3.5 minutes left to be played in the fourth quarter. Sixers down by 7. And hopefully they can try to get something going on offense. Moritz Wagner gets it over on the far wing. Dribble handoff over to Franz Wagner. He wants to dance on over against guerschon Yabusele. He's over at the 3-point line. Finds a wide open Suggs for a 3. Got it. And a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Wide open shot. Swish. And Jalen Suggs just hit a firework from another area code. Wow. And wow, is this disappointing. Wow, is this frustrating for the Sixers. Nothing's going their way. Nothing's going their way in this fourth quarter. Nothing at all. Man, this might be the worst fourth quarter I've ever seen in my entire life from the Sixers. 10 points, man, in the fourth quarter. I mean, we could not even get a field goal in 6.5 minutes. Couldn't even get a field goal. We're turning the ball over. Nurse is not making the right changes in the lineup. At this point, in all honesty, I'd put Reggie Jackson out there over Kyle Lowry. I know that he's not going to do that, but guess what? It is so annoying to just see him out there all the time when he's just not making the right plays, and he just looks so slow. Kyle Lowry is the equivalent to Didi Gregorius, for those of you that follow baseball. When Didi Gregorius came on over to the Phillies, he was out of his prime. He was a Joe Girardi guy, and he only played because he had veteran experience. Every single time he came up to the plate, he would either strike out or ground out. And he barely hit any home runs. And when he did, it was on a fastball. It's the same exact analogy here. Unreal. Crazy. Pretty crazy, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Two injured and 2 passive, says Marshawn. So the Sixers burn a timeout. with 3:10 left to go. They're down by 10. And if they lose tonight, they'll be 2-10. I haven't even played the song once on here. Not once have we played the song. 13 points for Paul George, 5 assists, 4 rebounds as well. Lowry gets it over at the top of the key, skips it all the way to PG. George back outside to Caleb Martin, who has 1 foot in and out of the three-point line at the top of the perimeter. And he's just standing still. He's just dribbled the ball, man. Gives it back to Embiid. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Embiid stands around. Now wants the jab step. Goes up with a fadeaway jumper. Short again. Not able to attack. And a rebound by Wagner. So Embiid misses another shot. And he's been ice cold in this quarter. He's now just 5 for 14 from the field. Isaac at the top of the key. Hands it off to Franz Wagner. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. 2:25 left to go. Wagner, 3-point shot. Airballed it. Isaac, offensive rebound. But we have a shot clock violation because... Or is it a foul? It's a foul on Paul George. A foul was called on Paul George as the shot clock was expiring. The ball didn't even hit the rim. Let's see again. Foul called as Isaac was going for the rebound. And Jonathan Isaac's going to go to the line for 2. I mean, what a disappointing fourth quarter by the Sixers. First foul shot, no good. The door is still technically open. 92-82. Isaac with the second free throw. He puts it up, and he drains it. So that makes it 93-82 with 2:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. Caleb Martin gets it over at the top of the key and hands it off to Eric Gordon. Gordon at the foul line throws it away to Jonathan Isaac. Just like that. No look past him towards Wagner. Wagner goes down the lane, puts up a layup. No, and Isaac on the follow-through, yes. Again, Jonathan Isaac just laying it all out there. Sixers just look so heartless. It's not even funny. No effort. No extra effort out there at all. George gets double-teamed, and a lot of ISO ball movement as well. Gordon catches, puts up a three-pointer, in and out that goes. Jonathan Isaac gets the rebound. And Jalen Suggs is going to get the board, and they're just in no particular hurry at all whatsoever. 1:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Sixers only with 10 points in this fourth quarter so far. 1:25 left to be played in the fourth. Wagner, step back, elbow jumper, way off the mark, and Caleb Martin finally gets the rebound. 1:15 left to go. Martin has to throw it, and he gets called for, or Nick Nurse is going to call a timeout. My gosh, man. Martin doesn't even know that he has to advance it into the front court, and Nick Nurse had to bail him out and call for time. Unbelievable. And they do. They burn a timeout. Wow. Oh, wow, is this frustrating. Come on for the postgame show. If you want to hear me yell, if you want to hear me upset, you're going to hear it tonight. You are. You're going to be here. You're going to be hearing that from me tonight. This is literally a train wreck, man. You're going to hear it from me tonight. It's pretty crazy. I leave for 4 minutes, and now we're losing. I take back that B grade, and I give them an F as backup gaming. Yeah, this second half is a joke. An absolute joke. Absolute joke. Only 10 points in the fourth quarter. Serious questions need to be answered regarding the Sixers team. This is just not a good product. I mean, where do I begin? I'll have to add that to my notes. I'll make sure that there's a couple things to add, and I'll make sure that I make that stuff clear on the post-game show. taking it all down now, folks. I'm taking some of these notes down now so that way when I do rant, you get to hear it all. If you are new to the channel, like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. That way you'll know when I go live. Crazy. We got 44 people still watching. We got a dead silent chat. That says it all. Says it all, man. Pretty crazy. We didn't even get 50 likes, guys. Come on, we have to get 50 likes. We have to get 50 likes. What's good, JJ and friends? Lou, I'm going to have a rant after this, so you better stay on for that when we go on for our post-game show. Was doing college football tonight, but just wanted to pop in. 95-82, and the Magic are going to call a timeout. Guerschon, Doughton, and Bona all come on in. And Jamal Mosley, I guess that sort of threw him off, and he's going to call for time. I didn't even know that you can call a timeout after your opponent calls a timeout. I didn't even know that because that never usually happens. But I guess that in this type of a game, that's just the Sixers. That's just what the Sixers do. Sixers do rare things. And they cause rare things as well. JJ keeps us awake, Scott says. I mean, I sound so dead. And that's just because the Sixers are playing like they're just, I don't know. It's like they're sleepwalking, man. All right, 1:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. Just make it end, man. Just make it end. And then we'll wait the 5 minutes, and then we'll go on for the post-game show. Please come on. I mean, come on. I can't be the only one that's really frustrated about this. Please come on and give me your thoughts. Join the Discord server, man. I want us to get 5 people to come on tonight. I really do. I want us to get 5 people. Council comes in and gets the ball blocked by Anthony Black. Black goes downhill, tries to give it back over to Cole Anthony, who goes up for a shot. Bona played good defense, and they call travel. Crazy. Chet Howard also comes on in, too, for the Orlando Magic, and so does Tristan DeSalva. 95-82, 48 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. They hand it off to KJ Martin, who lost the ball, and we have a foul called on the floor. And that'll put KJ over at the line. That's from Corey Joseph. Corey Joseph has been in the league for a very long time. Sixers play the Hornets on Sunday. They played the Hornets. They played the Heat on Monday. I don't know why they have the upcoming schedule up like this. Like they had this week, and now they have next week. So they play the Heat on Monday. And that is their next game. KJ first free throw. It's up and in. Boy, do I have a lot of questions after this. Second foul shot by KJ Martin. In and out it goes. Defensive rebound by the Orlando Magic. 95-83. And the three-point shot is up. No good. No good at all. 29.5 seconds left to go. And just like that, KJ Martin makes another bucket. The last time that the Sixers actually lost to the Magic was on January 30th of 2023. They won their last 4 games against Orlando. So this will be their first loss since then. They lost 119-109 in that game. 8 seconds left to go. Jeff Doughton Jr. back out there, and we have another foul called, and some free throws will be coming up for Jeff Doughton. At this point, they're just stalling for time. Dalton's first foul shot, too strong. Again, after the game's done, don't forget we got a post-game show. And you get to hear all the yelling and screaming from me. I mean, I'm not going to be screaming, but I'm going to be really, really upset. I am upset. 3-point shot for the Magic. That's up and in. Too easy. Too easy of a shot. 98-86. That's going to wrap things up. As the Sixers inbound it, it's a full court shot. Sixers lose by 12. And they are now 2-10 on the season. And the Magic are now 7-0 at home. Franz Wagner, player of the game, 31 points, 10 for 23 from the field, 5 for 11 from 3, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. That's also his 13th career 30-plus point game in his career. And, yeah. So 98-86 is the final score. I think that was Caleb Houston that made the 3 at the end. But regardless, the game is over. And the Sixers, the next game will be on Monday at 7:30. So I'm going to take a step off, okay? And then we're going to go live for the postgame show. Come on and join the Discord server. Give me your thoughts on this game. I better hear you yelling and screaming, and I better see at least 5 of you on here. I really want to take phone calls tonight, man. I do. So I'll be back in just a little bit, and we'll talk very, very soon. Don't you worry. See you soon. Wow, what the heck did I just watch? What did I just watch, man? That was, I mean, man, we have a lot to talk about after that game. First and foremost, my name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ on here. You can call me Jason, though. You can call me anything. Just don't call me late to dinner. Just don't call me a Sixers fan tonight either, because they really sucked tonight. That's the tone I want to set for this postgame show. And that's the tone I better hear from my head coach tonight, because that effort was atrocious in that second half. Inexcusable with the lack of effort from everybody. The head coach himself, too. And maybe we should start over there, because I bottled this up throughout the whole entire season, but I got to call it like it is now. Nick Nurse has been awful as a head coach this season. I never thought that it would get down to being this bad. Not only is he playing Kyle Lowry for so many minutes, and not only is he playing Eric Gordon for so many minutes, but in the fourth quarter, I'm watching this offense operate. I'm watching a lot of just standing around from the players, and they just don't know what to do out there. They're not moving away from the ball. There's not a lot of off-ball movement. And my head coach is out there just throwing his hands up. And he's just over on the sideline just speculating like what's going on. And he's not making any changes to the lineup. He's not going to Reggie Jackson. He's not going to Ricky Council. Instead, what he does is he plays 39-year-old Kyle Lowry, who can't even put the ball in the hoop, and Eric Gordon as both of his guards. McCain fouls out. Okay, what do? You try to go to somebody else. Reggie Jackson. Try to go to somebody else who can handle the rock. Even Jeff Doughton Jr. at that point, honestly, he sucked tonight. But, even he right now I think is a better option than Kyle Lowry. We can debate that another day. But that was atrocious. My head coach has a lot of things going on with him right now. Nick Nurse has been so awful. I'm not even talking about the rotations. I'm talking about getting everybody ready. I'll get to Joel Embiid in just a second, because I have a lot of negative thoughts on him tonight. But 86 points, 14 in the fourth quarter, and yet for 6.5 minutes, we couldn't even make a field goal. Moritz Wagner and Jonathan Isaac wanted to play. We can't even box him out. They're leaping up. They're getting rebounds left and right. And what are our guys doing? I'm watching Guerschon Yabusele just standing, trying to, I don't even know what he was doing. It felt like he watched an ESPN highlight. I saw Jonathan Isaac leap over Guerschon Yabusele and just get a rebound over him, and he just looked around like it was an ESPN highlight and didn't even do anything to box him out. I'm watching 3 possessions. One was from Jonathan Isaac. He missed a 3. Moritz Wagner got the rebound. Somehow over Joel Embiid. I don't know how, but he did. Wagner kicked it out. Found his brother, Franz Wagner. He missed an open shot. And another rebound by Jonathan Isaac. And we just could not keep him off the board. What a joke. This team is a joke. Eric Gordon had a bad throwaway at the end. Why the hell is he even playing out there with like the last 4 minutes to go? I had to watch Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon play in my backcourt in the fourth quarter. I never want to see Kyle Lowry out there on the floor again. I'm done with Kyle Lowry. I'm not even over-exaggerating. I'm not even in my emotions. I'm done watching Kyle Lowry play. Oh, but JJ, he's the only guy on our team that can facilitate. Well, I had a point guard. It was really a power forward or a point forward or whatever you want to call it, but I had a point guard who was a very gifted passer who could just never shoot and put the ball on the floor for himself. Lowry is chucking up threes. He's not hitting his shots. He's getting beaten up on these plays, and he's just out of it, man. Get him off my team tomorrow. Daryl Morey. Take him off. He can't play. He can't play anymore. The big fella. 20 points. 16 in the first half. 4 in the second half. Why was that, ladies and gentlemen? Because he looked tired out there. He looked tired out there. Why was he tired out there? Because guess what? The team, again, did not be straight. The PR staff, the medical staff, none of them were straightforward with us. And they just threw Joel Embiid out there. And Joel does not look in shape at all. 4 points in the second half. And by the way, not even a field goal. All 4 points came from the foul line. They had to actually go back to their rookie, Jared McCain, for them to finally make a bucket to start off the fourth quarter. And that was like at the 6:13 mark. 8:13, I think, actually. Embiid shot all these fadeaway jumpers in that third quarter. And I'm just like, dude, why are we fading away? Why? Get your butt down low. Try to bully the guys that are guarding you and just take them to school. What are we doing? Paul George tonight. George didn't even make his first field goal until 46 seconds left to go in the second half. And yet he ended the game 13 points, 5 assists, 4 steals, 3 turnovers, 4 rebounds. I'll tell you what, he was 4 for 15 from the field today. And I got to say this too. You're not going to like to hear this, but I'm starting to kind of see now that the Clippers, Paul George, every time he tries to go to the hoop and I think he's going to take the shot, he does a Ben Simmons and he passes it away to somebody else, a teammate. He's not aggressive. He'll settle for a fadeaway jumper or he'll settle for a 3 and he'll catch and shoot. And if he makes it, it's great. But he's afraid to go to the rim. What happened? Why is he so scared to go to the rim? Every time, it's like he gets the ball downhill, and he's in the lane, and he just throws it to somebody else. Those were how 3 of his turnovers came tonight. Just from bad passes like that. He looks away from the hoop and says, nope, I'm not even going to drive it there. I'm not even going to look to score. I'm just going to throw it to somebody else. Chad, am I overreacting? Am I underreacting? I just can't believe that we got beaten by a Magic team who is without Paolo Banchero, and they really didn't even shoot the ball well. They shot only 29% from 3. They beat us by putting up 98 points. In 2024, a team scores 98 points And they beat us. And we only score 86. Those Joel Embiid turnovers were awful. My man forgot what it's like to hand it off to somebody out of a double team and just got blindsided by Jalen Suggs, who came out of nowhere, to his credit. And then Embiid pouts his way back over on the defensive side instead of just staying with the play. And he shows immaturity there. 18 turnovers by both teams. And the Sixers, I think, actually had 11 in the second half, and 5 of them were on the big fella. Sixers next 6 games. How many are we winning? Dude, I can't even focus on that right now. Franz Wagner at 31 points. He looked good out there tonight, but man, 86 points. Embiid's fadeaways were terrible. Eric Gordon had a throwaway. I'm watching, in that fourth quarter, it's just stale basketball. It was just a lot of ISO. Caleb Martin had the ball for, I believe it was like 20 seconds out of the 24. He's dribbling the ball with his left hand over on the left side. Then he crosses over like 6 times. And nobody sets a pick until PG does with like 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. And then Martin tries to hand it off to him. And then the ball gets turned on over. It's like, what do you think is going to happen? Martin can't really create his own shot. So, you got to have a ball handler out there at all times. And that's why you got to go to somebody like Reggie Jackson or somebody else. You have to try to push other buttons besides just Kyle Lowry. It's just so annoying. I don't know, man. I'm very disappointed in this team, and this is bottled up frustration, not even from this game, but just how they've approached the entire season. With the way that the front office has approached this entire season, it has been a nightmare to watch. Jared McCain has been a breath of fresh air, but this team is just so annoying. They're so frustrating, and they're toxic. They really are. They just, they are a tease. They're a tease. We see what they can be, and they're not even putting effort out there on the floor. You know why I was happy when they lost against the Cavs? Because I saw fight. I saw guys diving for loose balls. I saw second chance opportunities. I saw deflections. And I saw maximum effort out there and guys going the extra mile. I didn't see that tonight. What did you see? Come on over to Discord and come talk to me. Because I saw a lot of things that weren't so good at all whatsoever. And some of these things actually concern me now that we're 12 games into this. I know that we have different lineups out there every single night. But the one thing that is evident is that Embiid looked tired. He looked tired out there. And Paul George is now giving me vibes where every time he's on the attack, he throws it. He passes it like outside. And the defense has now recognized that. Is the knee bothering him? Why is he doing that? Why is he throwing it? Why isn't he attacking the rim and stepping up as a leader rather than just being a passer and a follower? Why isn't he just scoring why isn't he just scoring? Is he afraid? What's going on? What's going on? That's what I want to know. What else? This is going to be a bad season now. I see it. You don't keep old timers out there on the court. This is why. You don't keep, let me rephrase that. You don't keep old timers who are past their prime and can't play bench minutes out there on the court for starter minutes. That's what you don't do. You don't have them play starter minutes. That's the bottom line. Do you realize that Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry, Guerschon Yabusele, and Kelly Oubre Jr. each played at least 24 minutes and gave you less than or equal to 5 points each? That's impossible. That's actually impossible. Eric Gordon gave you 60 minutes and just hit 2 points. So in theory, Oubre, Guerschon, Caleb, and Lowry combined, those 4 guys combined, gave you 16 points. They gave you Tobias Harris points in a total of 150 minutes. What a joke. What an absolute joke. I'm stunned. I shouldn't even feel this way. I expected them to go out there and win this game tonight and make a statement. Not only did they lose, but they gave not a lot of effort in that fourth quarter. That fourth quarter was the fourth quarter and the end of the third quarter. Those last 14 minutes made me want my eyes to bleed. Figuratively speaking. Martin also had 4 turnovers, too. Hey, JJ, I'm sorry that the Sixers team is such a joke. It's ridiculous. Yeah, if you want to come on, talk to me on Discord. I'm taking phone calls, man. I can't be the only one that's upset about this. I can't be the only one that feels like going into the locker room and yelling at the whole entire team to step up because they're better than this. They're giving you an F. Tonight was an F. That fourth quarter, that was an F minus. We need to trade Embiid. I'm tired of hearing of his injury. Awful stuff, says the dude. George doesn't have any confidence, says Stoney. They look like a disconnected team. And Stoney says, no, you're not overreacting, JJ. I'd be really pissed also. Disconnected. I think that they're discombobulated, actually. Let's look at the definition of discombobulated. Because disconnected to me, it says that everybody can't get on the same page. I think it's just more than that now. I do. I don't think everybody's getting on the same page. But discombobulated means that they're a state of confusion or disorder, to be upset or disoriented. They're confused about what happened. Honestly, I feel like that they're maybe not discombobulated, but I feel like that, yeah. Honestly, like I really think that they're just confused out there. And they're not all on the same page, but they look lifeless. Looks disoriented. The offense looks disoriented. in that fourth quarter especially. There was no organization. There were no set plays. They looked so confused. That's Doc Rivers-esque type of vibes. That tells me that the head coach doesn't even have their attention. I've never seen that from Nick Nurse, where the players are just standing around and they look so confused. We're in this now. We're living in this type of a world. I hope you get a win streak going for going next game, JJ. Dude, I haven't even played the song once on this channel. I haven't played the song once. I missed both wins. I actually was on RB stream for the second win. The first win, I missed that. So, I haven't even played the song once. It's November 15th, and the next time I might actually play the song is November 18th. What a joke. What a disgrace. I hope they get their stuff together because these games are hard to watch, says Neil. Again, if you want to come on the Discord, you can. You can come on. Talk to me. Talk to me and let me know how you're feeling, man. I'll post it again. I didn't watch the game. Says Skeleton. Think that they better play without the star players, says Neil. Make a statement. That's not going to happen. But honestly, if I was Nick Nurse, I would be looking at Joel Embiid and Paul George in the eye and say that the both of you combined today got me 33 points and you shot 9 for 30 from the field and were 3 for 14 from 3. 3 for 14 from 3. Joel settled for a lot of threes tonight and didn't make any. Get your butt in the paint, man. You got to do that. I know that you have more skills, but guess what? If the jump shot ain't falling, right? You got to show your dominance. If you're not healthy, don't play. That's how I feel. If you're not healthy, don't play. I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm tired of the excuses. No more excuses. You're either playing or you're not. Grow up. Stop pouting. And man up. Maybe this was a good thing that they actually lost tonight like this. Jared McCain, a guy who's a rookie, looked like he was the best player out there on the court tonight, and that's no disrespect to Jared McCain. 29 points in 31 minutes for Jared McCain. And he balled his butt off. He was the only plus guy. Think about that. He was the only guy who was in the plus column out of all the starters. Plus 13 he was out there on the court. Oh, but JJ, Tyrese Maxey's out. Tyrese Maxey's the only other good guard on this team. There is no excuses now. None. They got to win games. They got to find ways. I even said tonight's game was ugly, but you got to try to find a way to win. I still would have been mad, but now I'm even more irate that they lost this. I was mad at the Eagles last night, but last night, if they would have lost, I'd be yelling and screaming like I am with this team tonight. At least they won. At least Saquon Barkley took over in the fourth quarter. This was just a team collapse. They don't have any spunk. That's a good way to put it. There's no swagger. There's no sense of urgency. It's just pathetic. A pathetic effort so far this year. Except in that Cleveland game. That was the only game. I hope that this team hears you and that they wake up now, says Stoney. I am gonna cut this post-game show, and I am gonna make this into its own separate video. Because I think that when people just see live stream, they don't realize that we go on for post-game shows now too, and that's sort of my fault. But yeah. I feel like I have a lot more to say, but what the hell else is there to say? 6 minutes and 36 seconds without a field goal. I remember when Embiid had a donut against Toronto after they lost in Game 7, and it was the first regular season game that they played against Nick Nurse, and he had a donut. I felt like tonight's second half, I felt like that. I'll be honest with you. I felt like that the 16 points that he had in the first half, they weren't explosive. They really weren't. I felt like he had maybe 5 points in the first half. He wasn't really hitting big-time shots. In that third quarter, just four free throws. I don't think he had any points in the fourth. Did he have any points? Maybe one. Maybe one. I don't know. Embiid is a whiny foul baiter, and PG is bend but washed. It's a crazy number. Think about that, 150 minutes. And yet they give you Tobias Harris points. If Tobias Harris played tonight for the Sixers, they win this game. This team is cursed. This team is cursed. I don't know. I really don't know like what else that there is to say. Well, let's look at Twitter. Let's look at Twitter. Imagine a world where we didn't draft Maxey and McCain, dude. I don't get it. Like I don't even want to hear about that tonight. I'm not even like I'm happy for McCain, but I'm more so just focused on the loss, dude. Like that's what I care about. I care about how we look out there as a team. I said no more moral victories coming into tonight. And I literally mean that. There is none. Even if McCain had 50 points, I would have been excited about that. But honestly, I'm at the point now where I care about the wins. I'm looking and I'm seeing that we're a 2-10 team. Oh, but JJ, guess what? You know, we're like 5.5 games behind the Magic for the 3 seed. Dude, can we just win games? Please? I feel like my head coach doesn't even want to win at times. I hate saying that. And some people are like, well, you know, JJ, you sound really crazy for saying that because of course he wants to win because that's why he puts out the lineups out there. Well, really? Because guess what? Kyle Lowry's giving you nothing. Gordon's giving you nothing. And yet you're the one that's pushing the buttons. Which means that you're co-signing on this. I saw like 6 Joel Embiid fadeaway jumpers that were all contested. Dude, he's not a guard. You're a center. Okay, you can play like a guard at times, but you know what? That's not going to fall if you're not going to the rim and showing your dominance. If you're hitting your shots, great. Keep shooting. But don't chuck up shots just to chuck them up. Embiid equals 7-foot James Harden. We play the Heat next, my guy. Play the Heat next. We're not winning that game. We're not winning that game. Eric Spoelstra's going to find a way to beat us. And Jimmy Butler's going to put 40 on this team. 40. Neil says it does feel like this team is cursed. I don't even want to talk about trades. I'm not trying to talk about anything else. I can't stand the product that I have out there on the court right now. The Sixers are literally playing like the Flyers. They look like that they're just inexperienced out there. And they just don't look like that they want to compete. Flyers actually played really well last night. Shout out to Matvei Michkov for actually hitting the game-winning goal in overtime. At least the Flyers are playing with more effort. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they look lifeless. But this Sixers team had expectations to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I still think it's a little bit too soon to say whether or not that's going to happen. I do. But I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I'm very disgusted. Very disgusted with this team. I don't know. Sixers dropped to 2-10, man. Star duo tonight for the Sixers. 33 points combined, 13 rebounds, and they were 9 for 30 from the field. Eastwood said that Embiid and PG are getting embarrassed by the Magic. That's an understatement, DJ. Sean Bernard just tweeted out 36 minutes ago. Anyone selling the Sixers stock, I will buy it. It's ugly right now, but this team will be just fine. Dude, how the hell can you say that now, man? Maybe I'm just so soaked into the moment right now, but after this game tonight was so telling. This game tonight was going to be telling for me because the two stars sat out on Wednesday after Joel came back on Tuesday. And I said, well, you know what? Fine. If they sit out Wednesday, then I better see a very good effort out there on Friday. And they must crush the Magic. And not only did they not crush the Magic, not only did they not beat the Magic, but they got embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed in Orlando. So I'm not feeling good right now. Tomorrow, talk to me again about the Sixers. Maybe I have a different opinion. But right now, I think that that's delusional. I just do. I love Sean too. And the dude just took the words out of my mouth. He thinks it's delusional too. I don't know how you can feel like that this team is going to be fine. Because tonight, I saw Nick Nurse make the same exact mistakes And then I saw an offense in the fourth quarter that just stood around because the head coach could not make plays. And also, the Sixers ball handlers, after McCain left, couldn't do anything. The entire idea of sitting out was to have energy tonight, and they were flat. That's exactly correct, Lou. I said, fine. If they want to sit out, that's fine. That's fine. But they better come out with poise. They better come out with poise. And they didn't come out with poise at all. And they came out looking so lifeless. PG was missing his shots, and not only was he missing his shots from three, and then like when they started to fall, it was nice, but my man looked scared to attack. He looked so scared to even just get to the rim. When he was going downhill, he's not even looking at the rim, and he's looking to just, oh, here you go, Caleb Martin. Oh, McCain, here, you take it. You take it, McCain. You got this. You got this. And no, he wasn't being unselfish. He looked scared. That's what he looked like out there. He was a deer in the headlights tonight. I never want to see that again from Paul George. I have a right to be mad at everybody. Even the only person I'm not mad at is Jared McCain. That's the only person I'm not mad at. So, in the future, if you want to come on for a Sixers postgame show, you're more than welcome to make sure that you come on and just join the Discord server. Again, talk to me. You can still come on and talk to me. I'm not really going anywhere. Keith Pompey just posted something interesting. Quote, Sixers forward Paul George has shot a combined 17 for 28 against the Los Angeles Clippers and the New York Knicks in his other 4 games. The perennial All-Star has shot 18 for 58 from the field, including 5 of 31 from long range. And that tells me that not only are the three-point shots not falling against those teams, but when his shots aren't falling, he notices that he has to drive it to the lane. And for some reason, he's not finishing through contact. And he's avoiding contact at all cost. That's what he's doing. Unbelievable. 2-10 is nasty, man, says Jacob Marino. At a certain point, it's early, isn't enough anymore. I don't see the Sixers going on a big winning streak anytime soon. Even he says that. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. That Joel Embiid effort in the second quarter, or in the second half, was the worst thing I ever saw, too. All right. I'm going to leave it at that. I didn't hear any quotes from Nick Nurse during the postgame show. I'm trying to look at Twitter to see if I could find anything, but I can't. I can't find anything. But I think I let everything out of the bottle. I do. Aiden Laporta was going off on Twitter about Nick Nurse. I don't know. All right, I'm done. I'm going to wrap it up. That's going to do it for me. I love you guys. Tomorrow, I'm doing Villanova ice hockey. 4:40 p.m. Eastern time is the game. I'll make sure that I post the link to Rival Sports Media on the channel, and I'll post that in the community tab. And yeah, that's disappointing. I can't wait to hear what DJ and what RB and Broads have to say, because I can't be the only one that's mad. I'm sure that they have other callers on there too that probably want to check on in. All right, love you all. Good night, and I'll catch you all in the next one.